Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Irish Column for Sunday, the 19th of October 2025. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'll be joined now by Orla, Donohoe. Let me just bring her up there. Hello there, Orla. How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm good, and welcome to everyone. And fair play. It's been a busy week, hasn't it? Very busy week. But we've loads of stuff here now to talk about tonight. We've the Gardaí talking about the Child Protection Agency. I'm gonna run with that one as well.
Lovely.
We have a video that came in to me that was sent in to me yesterday morning at 9:30 by one of the people who comes in here. Panty Bliss, that Rory, that God, I can't even bring myself to say, on RTE Kids program yesterday morning at 9 a.m. reading it from a book about a transgender superhero. Come on, people, you need to wake up here. You know what I mean? You really do. You know. I'll play that in a while. We also have the Pfizer VP talking about the Pfizer vaccine. And we also have the thing, how to spoil your vote. And I've a video from Councillor Joe Bean as well. He's from out Dunleary, Rathdownway, I think. And he speaks about it as well. So I'm just going to bring Martin Murphy up here. Hello there, Mr. Murphy. How are you?
Yeah, Paul. Hi, Orla. How are we all
I don't
doing?
like that face. Bye-bye.
That's a serious face. Oh, that's a serious face tonight. It's the only one he has, Orla.
You know, Orla, I'm the one who has to look in the mirror every day. Okay, I know.
Do you remember back in the 90s? You had was it the 90s or the early 2000s? It went, computer says no.
Yeah.
Little
one of the lads.
Yeah.
One of the lads was posted in there. Remember back in the day, everyone waiting like this to watch Love and Hate after the watershed, after the 9 o'clock fake news, and lots of gangland murders happened only after the show had aired later on. But John Paul had put in there, I can't wait, see you at 9. So that's what he put in there now. Yeah. Mark Spark, please, where can I get a me-hole running tricolour from my front garden? Help. I actually did reach out to Anita last week, but I forgot to say it to her. I will text her now during the show, and I will say it to her. Yeah, I will. No problem. Drew Cook, good evening all. Hope everything is good.
Hey, Drew,
yes, I'm good. Yeah.
Hey, Drew.
Evening all. How he is?
Ron.
Sarah Herity. Yup, Paul. So good. Oh God, so much better without no beard. Hi, Orla. Obviously, she texted that before Martin came on. Hi, Martin as well. Good evening from Manchester.
Michael.
Good evening, Michael John. How are you? Dear Gwit. Yeah. Hello there. How are you, Liz? Good evening, Paula. Yeah, Mark.
Hey,
thanks.
Mark.
Cheers, mate. Sarah Herty. Whatever that means. It must be the beard.
Yeah.
We could get me-hole toilet paper. Yeah, we could. Good evening, Paul.
That's a good idea.
Martin and chat. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah, we should sell that. Good evening, folks. Blessed be everyone. Yeah, Panty Bliss makes my flesh crawl. You can imagine how he makes my flesh feel. That man is just a nasty piece of work.
What's his real name?
Rory something or other, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we should stop calling.
I don't even watch him.
Yeah, just call him Rory.
Love the new background, Paul. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to I was going to put pictures on the 2 television screens, but I didn't get a chance to do that yet. So I'll do that now during the week.
He's gone from a flat in LA to a posh place in Dublin to now an airship.
the Eurovision studio.
The aliens are coming soon, so it's well suited.
Yeah. Panty Bliss, Sharia scum fame bastard. That's what's ruling our beloved country. Yes, I agree. Hi, Paul, Orla, Martin. Yeah, hey, Angela, how's things, son? Good to see you there. How are you, Sarah Herity? Mothers know best after all. Yes, well, it was my ma who told me to shave her off, so yeah, I went with my ma. She said it was too rare. Hey, Lorraine, how's things? Michael, John Malloy, how's the gang? Yeah, we're going good. We're good, mate. Hello, Paul, Orla, Angel, and Martin from the wee county loud. How are you, Karen? How's things? Yeah, I'll just go through the rest of these. God
We're going
bless.
to have to start
Thank
here,
you.
Paul. We're going to have to start changing it now to co-hosts Paul Fitzsimons, Orla Donohoe, and Angel.
Yeah. We will. Like, sub, like, share. We're up to 200 there, people already. Keep sharing it out there. Hello, everyone. Hello,
guys.
everyone. The
Here.
hosts are so normal. I love this show.
No, we're not.
Yeah, myself and
Oh, yeah.
Paul are normal. Martin, it just depends on the day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm just going to put this out there now. Anyone, you can get us live and you can comment live on X at FitzyDub, at Anthony L. Casey, at RuggerMorph27 and Ireland Force 23. You can get us on YouTube at The Irish Column and Deala Heron, and on Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons. And you'll always get us, even if all of the others go down, at www.theirishchannel.com/live. You can see it up on the right hand of the screen there, the Irish channel. That's where we put this out. This goes out on the Irish channel live Wednesday and Sunday. So you'll always get it there, even if the rest of them go down. We will not be brought down from the Irish channel. So if you can, people, go on to the Irish channel, www.theirishchannel.com/live, and bookmark that page. Thank you. You can also get us on WhatsApp and call in on WhatsApp on 089 203 1521. Thank you for that. Okay, what have we got here? 26 plus 6 equals 32. Yes, it does indeed. Hi from Galway. Angel is the boss.
Jeez.
Not in my name. We normal gays are sick of the nonsense as the LGB separating from the woke TQI plus crowd. Let me just see what this one is coming in. Digital ID. I have that there as well. Yeah, we play that. But so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Am I going to play this Panty Bliss one? No. I have it here somewhere. There was a problem with the software here earlier that I couldn't pull down the videos, and I still can't. You know what I mean? I can't do it for some strange reason. Let me just see this Panty Bliss one. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Okay, we'll talk with the Panty Bliss now in a while. What I do want to kick off with is Enoch Work pulling Catherine Conley yesterday in Limerick. Did you see it? Did you all seen it? Yeah, well, this is the whole one. It's 9 minutes long. He is attacked by them, and there's not a guard in sight. He's pushed to the ground, and then they all start cheering him on. So this is the Antifa crowd that are pushing to have Catherine Connolly put in here as president. I don't think it should happen, people. If you see Sinn Féin and everyone else pushing one candidate, I wouldn't be voting for that candidate at all now. The spoiler vote is the way to go, is what people are saying. Other people are saying it's not. So get up the Irish column. Yeah, thanks for that, Lorraine. Yeah. Evening, Paul and Orla and Martin, all your beautiful pages. God bless you all. Yes, how are you, Ferg? Good man. Right, I'm gonna just go with this Enoch Burke one, okay? And we'll come back and talk to that in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna play it. It's a few minutes long, so we'll go with this. Let me just share the screen. It's a few minutes long, people, but it's a good listen, I have to say. And this man talks the truth. So let's go.
Assaulted. This is assault. This is assault. This is assault. This is assault. Why did you do it? Captain Conway, my name is Enoch Burke. I want to ask you, do you have any respect for Do you have any respect My life has been turned upside down because my religious beliefs are being taken away from me. And I am a victim because of your gender ideology. And the people round about you here, Paul Murphy and your supporters, that's your gender ideology. That is your gender ideology. As a president, you should be maintaining the Constitution and the laws. And you can't say that, Catherine. You can't say that, Catherine. We need a religious belief. Religious belief, Catherine. not going that way, pal. You're assaulting me. You're assaulting me.
Listen to the president speaking.
You're assaulting me.
Are you a little pussy boy?
This is assault. This is assault.
What's assault?
You're assaulting me.
How are you assaulting?
You're assaulting me.
Who's assaulting you? What's assault?
I'm being assaulted.
Tell me about assault. What's assault?
I'm being assaulted.
This is not assault, man.
Hey! 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 I'm being assaulted. We're being assaulted. We're being assaulted. We're being assaulted. We're assaulted. This is assault. This is assault. This is assault. This is assault.
Why did you do it to her?
This is assault.
Why did you do
This
it
is
to her?
assault.
Why did you do it to her?
This is assault.
She is running for president of this country.
This is assault.
I just approached Catherine Connolly there. I do believe it's very important people know that she's no friend of religious freedom. And I simply went up to ask her,
Yes.
would she be somebody that would uphold the Constitution and the laws?
Yep.
And as is well known, one of those wonderful guarantees in our Constitution is the guarantee to religious freedom in Article 42, freedom of conscience and the free profession and practice of religion. Now, because of Catherine and her supporters, you've seen a good picture of them here. Violent people, I'd say simply.
Violent people, very violent.
I was almost knocked to the ground. I was assaulted. These are the type of people, and their gender ideology is what has me where I am, outside Wilson Hospital School, my legs giving way, in a prison cell for 500 days, my bank account's taken away, 66,000 euro robbed from me, and it's all because of Catherine Connolly and her supporters and those who have supported her over the years.
Murphy,
Paul Murphy,
an evil man, an antichrist, I would say, a socialist. Back in 2018, paranoid against religious belief in schools and bringing in his gender ideology and his sex education and his abominable practices. This is one of Catherine Connolly's main supporters, Paul Murphy. That's what you are going to have in the Oris. Paul Murphy spirit, Ivana Bacik, Marxist, socialist. This woman was in Syria in 2018, a fact-finding mission.
Brought around.
Getting our facts from terrorists, from those who have slaughtered innocent Palestinians in a refugee camp. Vulnerable people, slaughtered.
Palestinians,
butchered. And the commander of that butchery was showing Catherine Connolly around Syria. And it's a sad day for Ireland that this woman is being forced upon our nation.
Yes, it is a very sad day, and that's why I'm here. I'm very concerned that this woman has got this far. I believe people need to know the truth about her. I would just say simply about her, she's a liar. Don't be deceived by the talk of care and compassion and her talk about things far away, but in Ireland, her Ireland is an anti-Christian one. She can't even answer when she's asked, does she believe in God? She can't even answer when she's told, you will make a vow before Almighty God to maintain the Constitution and the laws. She can't answer that question.
Because she doesn't believe in Almighty God. She believes in something. So something is going to direct her and something is going to counsel her. But it's not Almighty God. She has no business being the president of this country. And I am sorry.
And tell me again.
I am sorry to hear people coming out like Declan Ganley saying to spoil your vote. It's a sinister move because to spoil your vote means to vote for Catherine Connolly. And there's only one alternative to this. Come out, vote, exercise your democratic right, and vote for the lesser of two evils. If that's the way you see it, vote for Heather Humphreys. That is the only way to stop this woman getting into the Oris. If you come out and spoil your vote, you were voting for Catherine Connolly, and he knows that.
Yes, I want to second that. These rights were hard fought for. Of course, we know the way you exercise your rights in a democracy, one of those ways is to go out and to cast your vote.
Yes.
And I want to second that. They were hard fought for, people died for them, for our rights. And to say to spoil the vote is to vote, as has been said, for this woman, an enemy of freedom, an enemy of freedoms, and of course, most of all, the right to religious belief, which Catherine Connolly can't talk about.
So what should people do?
I would say
there are two people on
Yes.
the ballot paper, Catherine Connolly and Heather Humphreys. Heather Humphreys is not a Marxist. Heather Humphreys is not a communist.
No.
Heather Humphreys can tell this nation she does believe in Almighty
she can
God.
at least say
she
that.
can tell you she does go to
Yes.
church. And she can tell you that she doesn't go to Syria and get her facts from terrorists and from butchers.
And
come
what
out
should- and
on Friday and cast your vote for Heather Humphreys to stop this woman. Don't listen to those who will tell you to do otherwise, to make some kind of silly protest of some sort or another. They're deceiving you, I would say. They are deceiving you. That will not mean anything. It'll be cast aside. The spoiled vote, that will be cast aside. And the left will come out to vote on Friday. We see them here. Violent people, thugs,
Violent.
pulling me to the ground. They will
Violent,
come out.
evil people
They
that
will come out to vote.
Declan Gadley knows that.
Yes.
Don't be deceived by Declan Gadley and his team telling you to write Nick Delahunty or Maria Steele on the paper.
Yes.
Don't do that. Come out and vote for Heather Humphreys.
Absolutely.
And this is the
Hypocrisy
woman.
when Catherine Connolly says that she's a person of peace, and I think that's ultimately it. We hear her talking about care and about compassion, but I didn't get much here today now from those who are fervent supporters, people like Paul Murphy and others. I don't know if he was here today, but I was pulled to the ground almost. I was surrounded by thugs straight away.
Yeah.
So don't believe that she's clearly not. She's lying to the Irish people, and she's got this far by lying.
Paul Murphy, one of her main supporters,
Yes.
who was a child, 3 years of age, and he doesn't know still whether it's going to be a boy or a girl.
Yes.
What a shame
That's-
we've been brought
yes.
to as a
Yes.
nation. Shame upon us as a nation.
Yes.
This is the woman, her main supporter, Paul Murphy.
Yes.
His child, he doesn't
3
still
years
know
old.
what it's going to be. It
Yes.
has to decide
Yes.
itself.
Yeah, is
whether
that the
it's a
type
boy
of
or a
Ireland
girl.
we want? That's the type of Ireland that Catherine Connolly and her supporters
Yes.
want, where the child will be raised, where it will be taken from the parents
Yes.
if they don't endorse transgenderism.
Anti-Christian.
Catherine Connolly has spoken about the Gender Recognition Act. She's spoken about the review of it. She said it's good. She said that those reviews need to be acted on. And one of the parts of that is that the parents will have no say, no consent, that any child can say what they want, can be what they want. A boy can become a girl can become a boy, a they, and of course,
Anti-Christian,
in all the schools, it's anti-Christian. And this is the type of Ireland that she wants. So again, on Friday, there is something to do. It's very important that you would come out. Do not spoil your vote. Do not stay at home. It's been said the left will come out. We see them here. Violent people. Take me to the ground. Do not spoil your vote. Come out and vote. Vote for Heather Humphreys to stop this woman, Catherine Connolly, getting into the Oris and becoming the president.
Vote number one. Come out. Exercise your democratic right to vote for the sake of your children
Yes.
and your grandchildren by voting number one for President Heather Humphreys.
I just, what is dinner time at the Burke's house like?
Interesting.
I mean, fair play to them. They're a thorn in the side of the government. They're absolutely brilliant. But oh God, I don't know. I'm spoiling my vote. I'm not. I don't care what anybody else does, and everybody each to their own.
I said all along I'm spoiling my vote as well.
Yeah.
But he is right in one thing he says. The lefties will all be out.
All of them. Yeah.
They
All of
will.
them. Yeah.
Mm.
And then you have the spoil your vote campaign. Okay, I was going with that. It's all the same. Listen, nothing is going to change, I don't think, whether you spoil your vote or what you do. It's the same corrupt government running the same shit. You know what I mean? So
The spoil the vote,
everyone to do what they want.
But the spoil the vote will give an idea of what kind of numbers we really have in the country that are actually registered to vote, that could get behind a potential political solution, whatever that may be. So it's a fact-finding mission. If anybody doesn't think it's a fact-finding, it is a fact-finding mission. So it's to see what kind of numbers are actually there. Do you know what I mean? Is there 15-20% of the population that will go out and of registered voters that will spoil their vote? That will be an indication to people who wish to start something, whether it's viable or not. That'd be my thoughts on it anyway.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Anyway, look, it doesn't matter. The election was corrupt from the get-go. There's a court case going on at the minute, saying that it's not constitutionally legal for parties to use the whip system to block nominations. So, of course, I'm sure. Is that not the day? Is that not Thursday? That's been heard in court, is it?
Did I think I sent on the video over that,
on
Paul, didn't I? I think I sent it over your man.
There's one on Monday as well.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah. Paul, I actually have, there's a screenshot and writing underneath it in relation to Catherine Connolly. I thought this was actually disgusting what she said.
Okay. Did you send it to me yet?
Yes. Screenshots first and then there's writing underneath it.
I have it here. Yes, I'll just put this up there now. People are texting me in there now. I'm getting loads of texts. I'll have to go through them now in a second. Okay. Let me move us to the side. I'd have to think about it. Catherine Connolly responds to question on whether she would employ convicted rapist in the Orla. Jesus, there's a thing to come out and say. Hold on there.
Yeah,
now.
there's that video from that solicitor, yeah. So the writing's underneath it.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to read the writing because I don't want to pull up
Yeah.
Independent presidential candidate Catherine Connolly has said she would have to think about it when asked if she would consider hiring a convicted rapist to work in the Orla. It follows last week's revelation that Miss Connolly's employed a woman in 2019 who was previously convicted of possessing a weapon and ammunition while the Galway TD was working on the Irish Language and Oireachtas Committee. Now, if you're coming out, that's not a way to win votes. But we have the left, the crazy left, the communist left are out here and they will all vote for her. And these polls are all saying she's 48% ahead, she's this, she's that. I don't know.
Yeah, but it depends on where these votes are being held. Like, is it on the Independent?
Yeah.
Is it on the Times? Yeah. It depends. And then underneath is that Terry Gorey solicitor. He's talking about Carl.
Yeah, I'll read that now. I got messages in there now, and this is from AC Left. I personally think that spoiling our vote is consent to future AI governance. That the excuse that people have lost faith in human politicians will give permissions for the machines to take over. Just a hunch. It seems we're damned if we do and damned if we don't. We are caught in a triangular trap. All three options are the corners of the triangle. Yeah. Hang on, I have a few more here.
Just look at what Eddie's saying there. Like, there's a lot of people saying, well, what if we vote for Jim Gavin? Because he's on the ballot paper. But the thing is, he is on the ballot paper. And as far as I know,
will take it.
He can get elected if enough votes.
Okay, Declan Ganley came out the other night and they held that press conference in wherever they held the press conference. Declan Ganley, Peter Thiel of Palantir funds Declan Ganley's company and he is pushing people to spoil their votes. Now, Palantir, we all know who Palantir is. Let me just have another look here now. Declan Ganley owes approximately 20 million, including interest from a 2018 default judgment to David Schumann. The case continues in New York Supreme Court, with Ganley facing rising fines and a potential jail time for unsold Irish assets. His 2024 countersuit against Schumann claims extortion, but the debt remains unpaid, exposing Ganley's finances. Check court documents for updates. Yeah. He claims in court filings to be asset stripped with precious few holdings left. So he has no money. So he's coming out saying he's this, that, and the other, and he has no money whatsoever. So, yeah. But what I will say is, the other night I saw, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm just going to put it out there. If RTE are there covering a story for you, you're not on the side of the people. I don't care what anyone says. RTE do not cover national stories. And the fact that they had Paul Treviard, Michael, whatever.
McCarthy.
They'd
Michael
all of them
McCarthy.
up on the stage. Yeah, they'd all of them up on the stage.
Now, all the media, all media were invited to it.
Yeah.
And
I know, yes.
a message went out to all media. It wasn't just RT, but all media was invited. Whoever showed up, who showed up. Now there was, I think, a good few media showed up.
Yeah. I just want to. If I don't know what media showed up, but RTE do not come to anything that we
Unless
we
we're
put
putting a different spin on it, I don't know.
Well, and RTE never came out to the rally 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago either. Okay, the Spoil Your Vote rally 3 weeks ago, they never even reported on it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play a video of somebody coming in and upsetting the apple cart in there the other night, and it's 4 minutes long, and I'm just going to play it here now, and you'll hear what's said. Okay.
Could I say something? Sure. Yeah. It's great to see that you have the media attention and that it'll be getting out there probably quicker with the attention that you're getting now. But there was a protest called in Dublin over the last couple of weeks, a Spoil Your Vote rally. And there's a lot of people in this room that I certainly didn't see it. I should have looked forward to that sitting at this table. And I'm wondering why, if you're so adamant that this is what we need to do, why weren't people there in O'Connell Street at the GPO saying this is what we need to do?
Everybody is going to have their own way of registering their objection to what's going on, and that is, I respect. I live in the west of Ireland. I managed to get up here today.
And
fair play to you. But anybody that wants to express that, we're not going to have, and as Elaine said, we don't all agree on everything, but we agree on one thing. And the one thing that we agree on is that there is something broken in our democracy. It's manifested itself in this presidential election. And we have one thing that we can do. We can certainly go and protest, and we can go on marches. No, we didn't.
Anybody that said they did not protest.
I'll tell you, because it's not something that I felt called or to do. I can't even remember what I was doing that day. I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to spoil my ballot, and I'm calling on people to do it. There are a lot of people in this country that will not go to a march, and that will not go to the lengths and efforts that other people will go to draw attention to a particular issue. That for whatever reason it will be, whatever reason it might be,
They might be away for the weekend and they couldn't make it.
who knows? I mean, it could be that they just don't like going to marches. I know people that don't like going to marches. I spoke to a lady this morning, who's actually my bellwether for Irish elections, because she's not a very political person. She wouldn't go to a march in a million years. Never went on one in her life.
That's why.
Isn't particular, and you're right about that. You're right about that. But interestingly, and I didn't ask her what she was going to do. She engaged me in discussion, and she told me that she's going to spoil her ballot. And I thought, okay, this is going to be big, because I was asked by a guard yesterday what I was going to do. He said he was going to vote for Jim Gavin to register a protest, and I said, well, don't do that, and I explained why. So we come at this with different levels of passion, different levels of engagement, different things that motivate us to want to spoil a ballot. But we agree on one thing, that we need to spoil a vote. I think you probably think there's something broken in Irish democracy in this election.
Everything is broken.
So you and I completely agree on that. There's one thing we can do about it next Friday, both of us, and that's spoil our ballot.
Well, you don't need to tell me that, but I do think that you need to put your money where your mouth is. And that's what I did at the protest, and that's what an awful lot of people did, and that's what an awful lot of people wanted, and that's what they're looking at on Facebook and Twitter.
No, it's admirable, as I say, different levels of motivation. People have different ways of wanting to express their frustration, and I respect that. The great thing about, and I've been on marches and things in the past, on pro-life, for example, pro-life, which definitely there isn't agreement with everybody. But for example, and people didn't come to those things because they didn't agree with us, and and I get that. But one of the interesting
people that agree.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have a march, and we've all seen it, And look, you can't even blame the media for this because nobody really knows how to count heads at something like that. Hopefully there'll be an artificial intelligence tool that will be able to do this in an undisputable way in the not too distant future. But unlike a march, these spoiled ballots, every single one of them will be counted. We will know exactly how many people spoiled their ballot, and that's going to be a very interesting reference.
Well, my father was a very wise man, and he always said, "Action speaks louder than words."
Right.
And he's
Thank
dead
you.
right.
Thank you.
Right. We'll see you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who was that lady?
That was Malachi Steenson's wife. That's
Interesting.
Mary, yeah.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Well, now I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to just put it out there. I would not have sat there and let my wife speak like that for me. I'd have spoke myself. That's just me. I'm just saying it. Sorry. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what's going on in the movement. Malachi knows exactly what's going on here. He could have said an awful lot more than what Mary said there. But fair play to Mary getting up and saying what she did. Fair play to her, you know. But I wouldn't have let my wife stand there and say that. I'd have having to say everything. I really would have, especially being a sitting councillor, you know. But listen,
politics at play, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and as I said, the fact that RTE ran with that, and I haven't seen anything on RTE about it, but the fact that they were even there, Philip Dwyer didn't get an invite. Philip Dwyer is one of the best citizen journalists in this country. He gets invited to everywhere. You know what I mean? He wasn't invited to that, and that's why I'm saying, that's a red flag for me. I'm sorry, red flag altogether.
But hold on a second, I was invited.
Okay.
I wasn't able to make it, but I was invited, and if I had been there, I would have done interviews.
So there are, as
well,
you're well
I'll
aware,
actually find out if Philip was invited. I will ask.
He wasn't. I've just been told. He wasn't invited.
All I know is that all media were invited. That's all I was told.
There are
that was all
tiers.
planned.
Yeah, but Paul, you're well aware there's tiers in this game, and there are the unclean and the untouchable, so to speak. Unfortunately, there is snobbery in nationalism. Now, it's professional snobbery. It's not malicious. It's not nasty. It's anything like that. There are just some people who do not wish to be associated with what is called the more extreme. I just call it the fucking we're the dirty ones, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I don't actually have a problem with that because there's Ganley even said it there. There's different approaches and there's different levels of passion, etc., etc., etc. Like I said, I liked the idea of we can all agree on one thing. I think that everybody should vote or exercise their democratic right to go to a polling station and cast your ballot. But I personally will be spoiling my vote because I could not bring myself to vote for any person on that ballot. I don't care what the reason is. I could not to keep. They're all as bad as each other. The communist is obviously the worst, but the other two are just as bad. I could not bring myself to cast a vote for any of those three people. So I'm going to go in and spoil my vote, and I'm going to write some really, really horrible stuff on the ballot paper, and that's it. And like I said, I think it is the best way to go. Democracy doesn't exist. It doesn't matter who if we all got together and voted for Humphreys or voted for Gavin. Democracy doesn't exist. They want the establishment, the system wants Connolly in there. That's who they want in there because she is the most extreme of them all, and that's who they want sitting there. Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael they want her sitting there as well.
There's two questions come in there for me. So first of all, Avril, I wasn't able to make it because my son was working and my daughter had school and activities and I had no one to cover. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it. Only for that, I would have been there and I would have gone up and done interviews as I normally do. Second question was, did I ask Michael McCarthy about the hand signal? Yes, I have. Now, I only got around to doing it today because I've just been busy. But I have sent him a message. He hasn't replied as yet, but I have sent him the message.
Thank you for that, Orla.
No problem.
Well,
the simple thing is, I mean, at the end of the day, if we have an issue with somebody, is the best thing not to do to just go and ask them straight. You know, we've all been at the receiving end of people talking crap about us. So is it not better just to say, well, look, I'm going to go and ask that person myself and hear their side?
Yeah. I'm writing no democracy.
What was the hand signal?
Paul, don't vote.
I did it. on, Paul.
He was
Too
on it the
easy.
other night, and he was at the eye. Where's he at the
Too
eye?
easy.
Oh,
Too
don't.
easy. Too easy.
There he is there now. There he is there now. Look at that.
It's gonna be it's gonna be screenshotted and cut, and oh my god.
Oh,
it's
But do you
all
know
over
something,
social-
Martin? Do you know something? I don't care. I don't care.
What level?
That's the
What,
thing.
what level?
He
Paul?
was
What
at
level?
it
Are you?
the other night, and I said, "Oh, wait till somebody sees that now. It'll be all over X."
What level are you, Paul?
Ground level.
Yeah.
That's where I am. Ground level.
Yeah. You're not
He's
like
locked,
Captain
he's
Burnside.
locked in the basement, chained up level.
Oh God.
Yeah, and in saying that there's someone there, Freemason hand signal, Connolly is fond of it as well. It's
Yeah,
very
we've seen it.
coincidental. Connolly did the exact same one, you know, and she does it all the time. All the time. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Now, somebody messaged me and they said that, remember that message I sent on to you, Paul, and they did say, I don't know, I haven't a clue, but somebody said that generally the Freemason stuff is all to do with your handshakes.
Handshakes.
rather than
Yeah, I
these.
get that. I do get that.
Well, I don't
But
know.
it's
I
also
don't
to
know.
do. It's also to do with the eyes and the doobie and the whatever else they do. You know what I mean? It is. You know.
But anyway, look, I've asked him myself, so if he comes back to me, I'll let you know.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want any warped religions, cults, freedom, or warped entities affect the lot. Bal, Muhad, Moloch, Baphomet. Yes, okay. You're right, Orla. There you go. Lol, your Mark Fitz. Yeah. Avril Corcoran. Paul has been producing that hand signal all day. John Maloney has been practicing it all day.
He wanted John. He wanted to make sure it was correct.
Screenshot and all over the lefties pages. And I want to give a shout out as well. There was a thing put out the other day.
Paul is just a ploy here. Like, you know, he's actually really a lefty.
Yes, I am. Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, yeah.
He's just infiltrated the nationalist movement.
Fun fact: a lot of Masons done a lot of good over the years. I'm not saying they're not, but don't hide who you are. If you are, you are. You know what I mean? Come back out and say it. You know, Christ
I know nothing about him.
He's got it spot on. Yeah. Davina, spread the bacon, eating exorcism instead. Eddie O'Grady. It is as simple as this. You have a choice between a globalist and a communist. Both are working together these days. The only left we have in Ireland is the Burgoy's fake left. Okay.
Yeah, but you look.
Freemasonry is Satanism, James. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I was talking to a guy last week who was a Freemason, and he told me openly he was a Freemason. He didn't look anything like the devil, or he didn't practice any things while he was talking to me. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know very much about it. But as I said, if you are a Freemason, come out and say you're a Freemason. Don't hide behind it. Like, you know what I mean? Connolly is a commie. Humphreys, the Orange Order. What a choice!
What a choice.
Yeah. And then you have Jim. The
money was resting in my account, Jim.
Yeah, I never had a conversation with anyone in my life that does when speaking, unless they are crap at the love heart one. Lol. Yeah, okay. I'm very sympathetic to pre-Christian and Celtic religious traditions. Yeah, okay. Everyone here in Finglas voting Steen, as far as I hear. A lot of people are.
I'm going to spy my vote and I'm going to write her name on it.
Mm-hmm.
Gollum Connolly working for vulture funds, repossessing house for banks, a champagne socialist. Yes, it's true.
And
she's been called out on it.
Been removed from their homes as well. So that says it all.
Yeah,
and then she didn't mind a rapist with her, so isn't that great?
Well, she doesn't mind the rapist now, but
well, she had to think about it, Paul. She needed time to think about it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But
only in this country.
Yeah, I'm going to go at one from the Git. Okay, where is it there? As I said,
there's a couple of ones there from Cal as well that are quite good.
Yeah, I have them there. I have a couple pulled down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'll
videos now, Paul. Videos. Here. Be careful if you're warden.
Yeah, videos. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to go with Malachy to spoil your vote. Okay, this is Malachy Steenson talking outside, spoil your vote. Okay, this was from the Liberal.
I'm with Councillor Malachy Steenson. Just looking to get your reaction, Councillor, to the launch of the Spoil Your Vote campaign.
Well, we were here at the press launch for the Spoil Your Vote website campaign. Went reasonably well. RTE were there. Didn't see any other mainstream journalists. Of course, the Liberal were there. This is a project which we initiated way back in the beginning of this year. And regardless of what candidates were standing, we were running a spoil your vote campaign for us. Because as far as we're concerned, this isn't just about the state and the establishment blocking candidates. This is about how this country is being run. We believe that this election next week is a referendum on the government. And at the end of this process, this government will fall, whether it's in the next coming months or next year. Micheál Martin is a dead man walking. He will have to resign in the coming months, and that's a given, I would say, at this stage. And our objective is to change the narrative in this country. Immigration is the issue. It doesn't matter what they say. Today alone, we see another guy in the country, he's currently in jail for attacking two Garda, charged with the murder of an elderly woman down the country. During the week, we saw a property that was being used supposedly by Toots, but had been farmed out to one of their private contractors. Apparently no planning permission to turn it into a care centre. 4 guys there, 2 care workers. And if you look at people say, oh, 2 care workers, that's all right. That's 2 care workers working 12-hour shifts over 3 days. That takes at least 10 staff over a week. How much is that? And we have one Somalian guy attacks a Ukrainian and kills him. These people shouldn't be in our country. Full stop. And until we address the immigration issue, we can never address the housing issue, the health crisis, the schools crisis, or any of the other multitude of problems that we have in this country. And this Spoil Your Vote campaign is a referendum on the government. And we don't just want a token number of people to do it. We want to top the poll. We want to say then to the international world, this is a tin pot dictatorship. This is just like North Korea. This is just like Russia, where you're told who to vote for. But the people, I believe, next Friday will stand up and say, enough is enough. Spoil your vote, reject the current regime that's in power.
Yeah, fair play to them there now for coming out with that. Yeah. And we did talk about this. This was spoke about a couple of months ago. I was at a meeting for it and it was spoke about. But McGregor was on the ballot and all them. It wasn't Maria Steen or anyone else that was on the ballot. But we did talk about that, about spoiling the vote. That it is a way of giving the 2 fingers to the government, like, you know what I mean? And let them know exactly how many of us there is, as you just said earlier.
But I do wonder, will they give the accurate numbers of spoil votes? I mean, is anybody going to be keeping an eye on that?
Probably
how
not.
we don't know?
Yeah, they'll probably throw fucking most of them in the bit. No, I'm sure there'll be people in the count centres. Like a presidential election, it will be much easier to keep an eye on. I'm sure that if the Spoil the Vote campaign are serious, they're going to have people in each count centre.
I hope so.
Monitoring that.
They'll have to have.
Yeah, the website.
And as I said,
sorry,
as I said the other night, take a picture of your vote, like you do, like we all did the last time, and you'll have a copy of your vote. And when you try to say there was only 3,000 or 4,000, we can lash them out with all these pictures and say, well, there's 100,000 pictures, people. If you are spoiling your vote or whatever you're doing, take a picture of your vote so as we know, so as you know what you voted, and they won't be able to say that there was only a couple more, you know. Paul is right. RTE don't support true nationalists. The fact RTE are backing these individuals with video crews speak volumes. Yeah, that's why I'm not buying it. I'm being honest with you. That's exactly why I'm not buying it. RTE are scum. And they're being run by the government for the government. So the fact that they were there, that's why it's a red flag to me. I'm sorry, you know. And I know people are friends with people and we all get on with each other and the whole lot, but the fact that RTE were there is the red flag for me. Never mind other journalists. And Philip wasn't there. That's another red flag for me, you know. They don't want to be associated with us, whether it be the Cork Says No crew from 2 weeks ago or whether it be Malachy Steenson's crew or whoever else up in Dublin. They do not want to be associated with us. End of story.
Well,
they want to bring this in themselves.
That's been made very, very, very clear by different groups and organizations. But I think there's 2 separate camps. I don't think those 2 camps are aligned. To the best of my knowledge. But look, this is the reality that some of us are just too dirty, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. You know what I mean? But it's a case of we can. Like, I'll always offer my help in the background. I'll just go, yeah, no problem. I understand you don't want to be seen in public with me, but is there anything I can do in the background, or do you want help, or do you want support, or do you want a message put out, or this,
Yeah,
that, and the other?
yeah.
Like I said, look, we are going to have to make some compromises. It's like the
Can we set up a digital hub, Martin? Mary McManus just asked, and Paul, can someone organise a digital hub to send the pictures of our spoiled votes and do an audit of them all? I think we could. We might get into that now later on.
Yeah.
We could set up a digital hub that you just send the picture in here and we have it there. That, like, there's no names on it.
Yeah.
You know, there's no names. So there's no data protection problem or anything like that.
Yeah,
so,
I was going to say you couldn't show names or anything like that.
We will set up a hub that you can send it in. You know what I mean? If you want to send it in, listen, you can send it into me on WhatsApp there on the show there. You can send it into me there. Or no, sorry. Yeah, there it is there. 089-203-1521. If you want to send them in, if we haven't got it, we should have the digital hub set up. We should be able to do that tomorrow, should we, Martin? We'll be able to get something done.
Yeah, there's loads of cloud sharing Dropbox type things that you can send pictures into and stuff like that. Yeah, it's easy enough to set up.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have it in one place. So I think we better get on that before someone else gets on it. But even if someone else gets on it, it doesn't really matter once it's going to somewhere. You know what I mean? Once we have it going somewhere. But if you want, there you go. 089-203-1521. I'll be inundated. I'll have hundreds of bleeding thousands of these now on Friday. But listen,
hopefully,
John Malloy calling everyone to support their local towns on Saturday next at 12 noon. National lockdown. Risen people take it to the streets. The anti-government. Yes. You're dead right. I did have a video there of that. Yes, there it is there. I'm going to go with this now. Boom. That was well put together. Fair play. I got that sent in to me by Barry earlier on. Fair play to Barry. But okay, so we'll move on from this spoiler vote thing now. Okay. And as we were talking about earlier, Panty Bliss and whatever. And as I said, I got this sent to me at 9:30 yesterday morning. A guy was watching it. Actually just came down the stairs to get his breakfast or something, and his young fella had the telly on. The young fella wasn't there, and he heard this going on. But listen to this. Listen to this.
Look back at Mr. O'Neill, the zookeeper, and everyone else staring in. Then Super Panty pulled off her wig and said, "My name is Rory." Rory! Ha! Like a lion's roar! You're the bravest human ever! Leo the lion chuckled as everyone cheered. Rory! So you're Super Panty? Yes, Dad. And I hope you're not upset that I don't want to be a vet, because I want to be a superhero, Rory said. Rory, I just want you to be happy being whoever you want to be, Mr. O'Neill said, beaming with pride. You see, Rory realised that he could be Rory and Panty, and he's proud to be both. And we've been campaigning together for equality and rights for the LGBTQIA+ community in Ireland and all over the world, as both me, Rory O'Neill from Ballinrobe, and me, as the super fabulous Panty Bliss. And that's the story, bud.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is horrendous. Seriously, lads. Now, this is what's going out on RTE. And there's another red flag. RTE are so shite like this, and they're going to these launches. So, no, I'm sorry. Not for me.
There's been a big uptake, big push on the trans nonsense again, because I'm seeing a lot of clips coming up about Fradker or whatever he said in his book or whatever nonsense he was going on about, and some other person came out, some other politician or something came out, and your man, that dope from Waterford, Cullinan, the Sinn Féin fella, he was on with Tenny and some other group promoting all this. Look, trans nonsense is trans nonsense. People with mental illnesses just, if treat them like you would any person who's suffering from a mental illness. But if you feel they're dangerous, put them down. Simple as that.
Yeah, it's sickening. You know what I mean? And it is being pushed all over again. It is. It's being pushed everywhere now. And Catherine Connolly will be the one who will push it even more.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Oh,
what I
sure.
mean?
There's going to be fucking every
You
sort
know?
of a fucking creep hanging around the fucking Oris, like fucking. Just,
Yeah.
Oh, God almighty.
Yeah. Makes you sick, doesn't it? Oh, it's sickening. It's sickening. Somebody just sent me in the video from, I know we're going back to this just for a second, but from the High Court judgment, it's at 2:00 tomorrow. Okay, I'm just going to play this. I'm just going to share this. This is only 2 minutes long.
Yeah, this is in relation to the elections, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's two separate cases.
Yeah, there's two separate cases, yeah.
This is against Simon Harris. So I'm just going to play this here and we'll come back and talk.
Election 2025 update, October the 17th, about 2 hours after being in the High Court with Taoiseach for a breach of the Constitution. It was a good day. It was a good fight. I have to pay my respects to the solicitors and barristers. Yeah, it was good. The judge, very happy with the judge, non-biased, took on points. He appreciated a lot of the arguments. I got the message across for the people, that's for sure. The message has been delivered to the courts. We are expecting a judgment at 2:00 Monday. Follow to be the first to know. Thanks to the guys who dropped me up the rosary beads. The two lads from Dublin who've been following me and supporting me. Lovely guys. The people, one of the candidates from Kerry appeared up as well. And then there was another lady there. It was hard to kind of take in. It was in focus, was in work mode. I personally, I don't think they were slightly ready for me. I didn't back down. I countered their arguments. I got good points across. Even better in some instances. It's all down to the judge now, I believe. Monday, 2:00. Don't want to get your hopes up. You know yourself, it's courts. There's a lot of legislation and rules to follow. But if that fails, I'd be confident enough to bring it forward into another court, which I don't think we should have to do. I think we might have done this. They came out with some points to argue. Some of them I knocked out of the ballpark because they just didn't make sense. A couple of counter arguments, but I have to pay my respects to the solicitors and the barristers and all. It was a clean, good fight. I actually enjoyed it. Do you believe that? I enjoyed it. I wasn't in fear. As you can see, I'm tired. Not much sleep last night. Not much sleep today. Rest. Just the pressure. I'll be sleeping this weekend, but I will be going to Mass on Sunday morning. Camig Church. Listen, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope it's giving you a bit of light, a bit of hope, something to look forward to. This isn't over yet. Lots of love. Bye.
Fair play. I hope that comes back tomorrow. I really do, because I think what they're fighting is that it's unconstitutional. It's the party whip thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's unconstitutional to use the party whip. But this is what they do, you know. This is what they do.
See in the comments there in relation to Panty Bliss nonsense that some people are saying, oh well, nobody should be censored. But you see, the thing is, drag is adult entertainment. Drag has always been adult entertainment.
Yeah, adult entertainment. Yeah.
It's a late night cabaret act. That's what drag is. It's usually highly sexualized. It's not suitable, nor morally responsible, nor healthy for children to be exposed to.
Exactly. I seen this on BBC about 5 years ago, you know. Well, I have young kids, you know what I mean, but they wouldn't be watching the likes of that shite, like, you know what I mean? They're watching other shite probably, you know what I mean? But it's a disgrace that goes out at that hour in the morning. It really is, you know what I mean? As you said, Martin, like the likes of that is for cabaret shows and everything else. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and she says to me, actually, you remember Roxy? Roxy used to be a great singer, and Roxy used to... I said, but Roxy was in the middle of a bleeding hotel in Kusadasi. Roxy wasn't on the television giving her all that to children, like, you know what I mean? And I think anyone that has a bit of morals in them knows that this is wrong. You know what I mean? This is so wrong on so many levels. You have Russell O'Hoyve, but you have Russell O'Hoyve being charged down in Cork for the same thing, for calling this out. And he has got a 3-month sentence because of this. He was the one that was attacked. So you have Enoch Burke yesterday calling this out as well. You know what I mean? And he was attacked yesterday. Where are the guards? There's no guards anywhere. Look, if something happens to one of us, they don't give a shit. But dare we say boo to one of them, and we are hauled through the courts and we're given the highest sentence possible. Like, you know what I mean? It's just disgusting what's going on in this country. Lads, you need to wake up here. You really do need to wake up. You know? Right, we'll move on. We have that done. I'm going to move on to boom, boom, boom. What did you say? Cal, was it? We'll go with Cal.
Cal. Yeah.
We'll go with Cal. I don't know what this one is, but we'll go with it.
Sean O'Riordan here from Anyone But the Irish. Always vote number 1. Watch this video. It's sick.
4 vaccines will be available for use. There'll be no issue with supply then, and we can anticipate vaccinating all the Irish people, which will be fantastic.
Luke O'Neill, you just telling us there in the break, you haven't got a vaccination.
No.
You were offered one?
I was. I don't work in the hospital. My lab is on Pearse Street.
But listen, anyone who ever walked into a hospital in their life or did a bit of plumbing or carpentry in there has a vaccination at this stage.
Well, we have our COVID centre, remember, in Trinity. Let's give it a plug. 3 people in my lab go to the hospital, get samples. They got vaccinated.
Okay.
The rest of us said no. We were offered it actually, but we said that because
What
we're
were
not on the front line. It would have been Pfizer actually. Yes. So
okay.
That was a few weeks ago.
You must be one of the few people now who didn't jump at it, but fair play. Listen, they'll be texting you now. Oh, that Luke O'Neill, I thought he was amazing enough as it is, and now look at him. Oh yeah, of course. On the other side, on the other hand, they'll be Luke O'Neill knows well. He won't have that poison in him. Okay.
Can you believe that man? He went on to every radio station and TV station and told everybody to wear a mask, after initially saying masks were useless. He then promoted every single vaccine on every single platform and told them they were safe and effective. But now we have excess deaths, over 25,000 since the rollout. People are dying from turbo cancers, heart attacks, aneurysms, blood clot issues. But he didn't get it himself. Imagine he promoted that left, right and centre, and that guy is invested into these pharmaceutical companies, and he didn't take it himself, but he's watching everybody drop like flies, laughing all the way to the bank. That man should be locked up for crimes against humanity. There needs to be an inquiry. There has to be an inquiry. It's a genocide. Share this video. The amount of people's lives who've been destroyed by this, and they don't even know it. It's fucking heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking, and I just want to address that there. Paul, the Garda are part of the problem. Look what they did to your father in Coolock, for fuck's sake. Now you shouting for the Garda. Where was I shouting for the Garda? What I said was that they're never there to help us in our hour in need. They're never there for us. They turn a blind eye when it's one of us. And that's all I said. I didn't say I was with the Garda or I condone anything with the Garda. Listen, the Garda have done me no favours, or my family, you know what I mean? My father getting pepper sprayed and everything else, so, it's just, actually, I'm just going to move on to it. So,
actually, I didn't realise that was the one you were playing. Can you play the other video from Cal? Because that's actually talking about deaths in the GAA. So it's just while we're on the same subject. And bear in mind, Luke O'Neill had shares in Pfizer. So he has made millions upon millions for pushing those shots. And there's no way he took it himself because he knew.
Yeah, just while we're on the Gardaí here, I'm going to talk about the vaccines there now again, but I just want to share this for a minute. This, as you're talking about the Gardaí, okay? Gardaí but they didn't violate policy and human rights at all. The Gardaí violated policies and human rights at Palestine protest, report says. They've put out a report on this. TD Paul Murphy has described the protest as a scene of police brutality. A human rights watchdog has found that Gardaí violated several of their own policies and human rights obligations while policing a recent pro-Palestine protest at Dublin's Port Tunnel. Activists were pepper sprayed and 2 were arrested for public order offences at the 4th of October protest, which Paul Murphy described as a scene of police brutality. Somebody has in the top here now, but they didn't violate policy of human rights at all the protests at the iPass centres when they beat old men and women with batons for wanting their community to be safe. The human rights watchdog needs to go back and see what real Garda abuse is, like the Palestine crowd were just moved along with no batons drawn. Okay, and I agree. That's exactly what happened. But how can they come out and say this? I'm going to be honest with you, lads. Anybody that was arrested or anybody that was pepper sprayed or abused in Coolock or hit in Coolock, you need to get onto a solicitor here tonight and you need to bring them to justice. They've admitted to it here. So therefore they have to admit to it. The cameras don't lie. My live went on for 3.5 hours. You'll see everyone that got bashed or got slapped or anything that was there. So you just need to get onto solicitors now and bring cases against these Gardaí for violating your human rights. Okay? So I hope that answers your question, Ornish 557. Okay. Did you say the other Cal one? Did you send me another
it's
Cal
the last one I think I sent on. You'll see there's a little box up the top.
Okay, let me see.
The
GA. The last one, Facebook, is it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I wasn't able to download
Facebook. It. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't download either. Okay, let me I'll make this bigger and we'll share it. I've no sound here. You let me know if you get sound.
Okay.
Just let me know. Give me a thumbs up because I can't hear it through Facebook for some reason.
No sound.
No sound. Okay, I don't know why we have no sound. That's why. Get up out of that. Let's go back.
Hey folks, so another young GAA GA players passed away. This is happening all too frequently now, and no problem at all. It's the least I can do. But if you Google GAA players died suddenly, you'll be alarmed. Now, what happened in 2020 December is the reason for this. Is absolutely the reason for this. And I'm saying every single one of them, but no way is this normal. No way. Check out all these. Check out this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and there's more, and there's more. Do you think that's normal? Rest in peace to all those young people or anybody who's died suddenly, and God bless the families. Share this video far and wide. Somebody has to pay for this. There must be a national inquiry. No way is this normal. No way. We know what the story is. Hey folks.
I played them.
Yeah, he's always calling that out. So he is. If we're on this topic,
I just want to, while we're on vaccines now, I just want to play this Nicholas
I've sent
Hirsch.
over a few bits to you.
Right, I just have Nicholas Hirsch here. I'm going to just play this one as well while we're on this.
Just when
he's
we're on
talking
that.
he's talking about the vaccinated and unvaccinated. So let's just play this and we will come back.
The largest in U.S. history comparing vaccinated to unvaccinated. So what did they do? They at the Henry Ford Hospital System in Detroit, Michigan, actually where I'm from, they followed about 18,000 kids from birth to age 10. So for 10 years. And what did they find? Well, you can only guess. Unfortunately, they found among the vaccinated, they suffered 300% to 600% more asthma, autoimmune disease, neurodevelopmental disorders, skin disorders, speech delays, And so they were just suffering from chronic disease, right? And in the end, after those 10 years passed, in the vaccinated, they had 57% of them had a chronic illness. And in the unvaccinated, only 17% had chronic illness. So this is history. This is a historic study. It's still not published. The authors refused to publish it. They don't want to lose their jobs. And so it was finally revealed that indeed vaccination increases chronic disease quite drastically. This is the strongest study of its kind. And this study will be in the nightmares of the vaccine cartel.
Yeah. What was the other one? Was that the one you sent me? Yeah, that was that one, yeah.
No, I didn't send you that.
Did you not? Okay.
No, I didn't.
Also
I
have
didn't
another
actually
one.
see that. That's a good one.
Right, I have the data
pieces.
here. Yeah, I have all your ones there. I just, while we're on the vaccines here now, I just want to go with this. This is an actual doctor. This is Dr. Christine Northrup. Fertility clinics are witnessing an unprecedented crisis. Okay, so I'm just going to share this here now, and we'll go with that. And then we'll move off the vaccines down for a while, unless somebody sends something else in.
Heard this from my colleague, Dr. Carrie Made, who's been in touch with fertility clinics. They've never seen anything like it. The sperm of inoculated men does not swim. The eggs of inoculated women do not grow into embryos. And those that do have a huge amount of contamination with stuff that's non-organic. What's going on here? We also know that according to the first New England Journal of Medicine study saying that Pfizer was safe and effective, this was in June of 2021. If you look at the raw data, it proves that 80% of the women who get the shot in the first and second trimester, basically 0 to 20 weeks, have an 80% miscarriage rate. Now, the miscarriage rate, just baseline, is 1 in 6. It's now 7 to 8 times that much. Dr. James Thorpe points out that there's a 79% increase in fetal malformations. There are unprecedented numbers of stillbirths. But again, this stuff becomes so censored that the mainstream says, oh, no, that's a lie. You're making that up. We also just published My Cycle Story with many scientists, including Dr. Hooker here, where we had a database of over 6,000 women that came forward because their voices were being silenced. We had a group of about 20,000 women on Facebook who were talking about their experience with their menstrual cycle. They'd never seen anything like it. 90-year-olds beginning bleeding again. And we're not talking mild bleeding. We're talking clotting. I had women calling me who had been passing clots for weeks and weeks. We have there's cases of little girls, 18-month-old girls who hemorrhaged and died. In My Cycle Story, so we had over 6,000 women. Then we looked at the baseline rate of what's called a decidual cast shedding, passing a decidual cast. That is where the entire inside of the uterus just is shed all at once as a piece. It looks just like a plaster cast of the inside of the uterus. In our data, as I recall, it was like 269 women reported this. Most of our original database were women who hadn't even had the shot. It's doing something to the coagulation pathways in the body. That is just the tip of the iceberg. I keep thinking, when these young women realize they will never be able to get pregnant because they had that shot, I mean, the horror of it is unimaginable.
Jesus, that is just horrendous. That is absolutely horrendous.
That is horrendous. And
that's
there is a lot of people. Listen, yeah, no, I know. And I'll be honest with you, I remember talking
about it several times about a child that I know, that when she is in contact with somebody who has recently got the shots, she ends up with nosebleeds, with massive clots, which I've seen myself, and always happens generally the day afterwards. That child did not take the shots. It's only when she is in contact with somebody who has taken one. It is actually quite scary.
Yeah. But it is scary now because people are going for fertility treatment and everything else now when they should be really looking, is there a problem because of the vaccine? Nobody is speaking about this. And as she said there, none of the media is talking about this. It's been hush, hush. It's been shut up. It's like the autism stuff as well, whereas, oh, you're conspiracy theorists, you're this, you're that, you know what I mean? So I actually want to send me on something because it was sent to me today, and let me just open this up here. This is another one. I'm just going to finish with this one. This is, okay, this man is a top scientist. So I'm going to finish with this one, okay? And we'll come back and talk about it. Okay, I'll drop you up there and I'll share this. It was actually you who sent this one on to me. So let's go with this one.
Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. I am no longer optimistic anymore. And the reason is very simple. The reason is because I'm afraid that these RNA vaccines, mod RNA vaccines, whatever you want to call them, have already done their job. And what their job has been, and this is incredible, was not even known to the planners because they didn't realize that what they were doing. But it is what I said years ago, that the vessels throughout the body are going to be attacked from top to toe. This is something that never happens in any disease, okay? Systemic, meaning the brain, the heart, the liver, everything can be attacked, the vessels. And the trouble is that it's turned out to be true. So this systemic vasculitis leads to destruction of brain cells, obviously. And that is what we are now experiencing. We're seeing, I'm afraid to say, billions of people whose brains are not working anymore, not as they should be. They are altered, and they do not have, they don't have the willpower anymore. They don't have the intelligence anymore to move things. And so the only chance we have is to stop this mod RNA crime, because this crime is going to destroy us. The trouble is that they're rolling out this RNA vaccines all over the place, and people don't realize this is being done.
But I actually have another one I want to play as well. This is talking about cancers from the vaccines as well, and we will move on then from the vaccines, okay? Let me just share this.
Actually, and before we move on, there's a couple of things I sent on actually from Marcus de Bruin.
And did you send them on to me there? Okay.
The screenshots, yeah.
I'll get them there while we're playing this, okay?
Yeah, no problem. The screenshots.
Yeah, no sweat.
I'm sure you're aware that there was I believe it was a colon cancer that was, the DNA was sequenced and there was the plasmid within the DNA of that colon cancer.
Yep, that was Kevin. And it's very concerning, and it prompts, in my opinion, I mean, if I was head of some kind of public policy agency, I would immediately start sequencing tumors in people who'd had multiple shots. I mean, it seems like a natural thing to do for our species, because this is a species level problem because of the number of people that were injected. So yeah. It's wild. And on the subject matter of Dr. Xiong, I did write a little piece on this. I just decided once I saw him make this X post about the 8, 9, and 10-year-olds with colon cancer and saying that that was the first time in his career he had a 13-year-old in his clinic die of metastatic pancreatic cancer. I looked at VAERS, and naturally, I wanted to do a comparison between pre-COVID and post-COVID scenarios. So I counted all the colon cancer reports in VAERS from 2018 to 2020 for all vaccines combined, and I counted the number of colon cancer reports in VAERS from 2021 to 2023. This is just a reflection, by the way. VAERS is like leaves rustling in the wind, but it's a signal. It's a pharmacovigilance tool designed to do this. And I found that there was an 8,300, if that's even a thing, % increase in colon cancer reports between these two timeframes. And the proportional reporting ratio, which is one of the ways that you use VAERS to detect an associations so that you can do a subsequent causality assessment, of which if it's over 1 or 2, depending on your limit, you have a definitive association and possibly a causal effect. So the PRR in this case is 11.5. So it's way, 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 way higher than it would need to be in order to prompt an immediate investigation into what this signal is telling us. I mean, that's, like I said, that's what VAERS is for. So,
yeah.
Hello.
Wow.
So actually, back to that video there about Dr. Sukrad Bhakti, when he was talking about that. If you remember a great man who won a Nobel Prize, Dr. Luc Montagnier, France, he died a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
He was heavily speaking out about the shots as well. And he did say that it was going to be affecting the brain and that we were going to see a serious amount of people with the likes of Alzheimer's and dementia, and that was coming. And he was right.
Was the one that you sent me, was it the HSE one? This one here?
There's, I think I've sent you
one
on.
here?
One is the weak immune system, yeah, and then there's writing underneath it. This is, as I said, from Dr. The two, and then there's one underneath that. They're all from Marcus de Bruin.
Okay, let me just check here and just see. Can I get the next one? That's the next one there. That's Marcus de Bruin, yeah?
Yes, both of them are from him, yes.
Okay, well then we'll go with this one first. Weak immune system and COVID-19 vaccines. You should get a COVID-19 vaccine this autumn or winter if you have a weak immune system. Having a weak immune system puts you at a higher risk from serious illness if you get COVID-19. Okay. This is how devious the pharmaceutical industry can be. Let me just get this back up. The HSE are advising all people with a weak immune system to take 2 doses of mRNA. Weak immune system is not a defined medical term, nor is it a specific diagnosis. It is often a subjective view that many people have of their own health status in the absence of any other disease or diagnosis. This advice is devious pharmaceutical propaganda. If you think you might have a weak immune system, please seek impartial medical advice from a registered medical doctor before you are injected with the mRNA. A weak immune system is not something you should self-diagnose without consulting your doctor. Not all vaccines are mRNA vaccines. COVID vaccines are mRNA vaccines. mRNA vaccines are potentially dangerous and carcinogenic. They can have very serious long-term side effects. Please seek impartial medical advice before you take mRNA vaccine, particularly if you are pregnant or are considering having a child injected with mRNA. Okay. And this is from the International Journal of Innovative Research in Medical Science. Genomic integration and molecular dysregulation in aggressive stage IV, stage 4 bladder cancer following COVID-19 mRNA vaccines. Background: bladder cancer is rare in young women and advanced presentations are exceptionally uncommon. We report an identified case of a previously healthy 31-year-old female who developed rapidly progressive stage 4 bladder cancer within 12 months of getting the vaccine. We have been trying to warn patients about this for 5 years. We continue to be ignored. We have been placed under investigation by the Irish Medical Council for trying to prevent this from happening. These so-called vaccines must be withdrawn immediately. Yeah. Fair play.
Okay.
I'm actually
Paul,
going to.
this is slightly different,
Yeah.
but it's on the health aspect. Can you just put up the screen?
Yeah. Which one is it?
I haven't it labeled, but I'll show you what it looks like. It's just on mammograms, and I think it's quite interesting because I've been looking into this for a while now, and it's just to kind of put it out there.
Did you send it on here?
Yeah, I have it. Hold on. See, it's the. Hold on. I can't see. It's the very top
Okay, I
one.
just
See,
wanna-
it looks like a woman with a blue top.
Hang on.
It's over Naomi. Naomi and the Wide Awake. Up above
no,
Cal's
that's
videos.
good. Hold on, let me get Cal's video.
Yeah, it's up above it.
Naomi Wolf. I have Naomi Wolf.
Yeah, and it's above Naomi Wolf's one.
It's a Facebook one, is it?
Yeah, because I wasn't able to download it.
Okay, cool.
But she made some good points in relation to mammograms.
Okay, just get me.
I'll fill the airspace while you're pulling that up. And just say that, the solution to the COVID crime is trials and hangings. And that's it.
I agree wholeheartedly. Right, let's play. Women are being oversold on mammograms and not told the truth about it.
We're being oversold on mammograms and not told the truth about the risks. The narrative pushed is that mammograms save 80 lives for every 1,000 screened, but the best long-term data shows that it's closer to 1 in every 10,000. And here's the part no one tells you. Every year in the United States, about 300,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer, and up to 1 in 5 of those are overdiagnosed. That means nearly 60,000 women a year potentially go through surgery, chemo, or radiation for something that never would have grown, spread, or harmed them. Overdiagnosis isn't harmless. It's trauma, toxicity, and scars that women never needed. So why aren't we told this? Because mammograms are the profitable first step in the system. Mammo, then a callback with another mammo, then an ultrasound, then a biopsy, and then treatment. Prevention doesn't make the same amount of money. True prevention means knowing your risk factors, supporting your hormones, lowering toxin exposures, and using screening tools that actually fit your needs, like an ultrasound for dense breasts, because a mammo will miss a lot in dense breasts. But your doctor probably hasn't told you that, right? All month, I'm going to be breaking down truths that women deserve to know when it comes to breast health, because informed women make better decisions. Make sure to tap the little bell in the top corner of my page so you can turn notifications on for these posts. Women are being oversold on mammograms and not told the truth.
So I've been looking into this for a while now, and it is something that would concern me. I'm not telling people not to get one done, but just look into it properly, because there seems to be an awful lot of misdiagnosis. You know, the procedure itself is extremely painful for a woman. I haven't had one done, nor will I be. But it can actually cause damage to the cells inside the breast as well. So if we'll say you look into it yourself, you're not happy, you can look at an alternative way of checking if you do find a lump. There is some medical centers that do what's called, it's like an ultrasound, not like your normal ultrasound, but it's a different type of ultrasound, but it can detect if there's something abnormal going on if you were to find a lump. But as I said, just do your research and just look into everything beforehand.
Yeah, that's what to do, people. I'm just going to finish on this one about the vaccines, and this was today, and my good friend Ferg was there today with the Hold the Line crew today, so I'll just let him talk about this.
How's it going, everyone? Just out in Bray here today with the Hold the Line crew. These people are absolute warriors. They've been out for the last few years. Every Sunday from 1 to 3, warning the public about the dangers from mass illegal immigration to the jab, poison, these jabs, the digital ID, passive society, the whole lot. If you have any free time, any Sunday, come out and please join these wonderful people and give them a dig out. Yeah, God bless everyone this week. Justice for all, justice for all.
Well done, Ferg. Fair play to you. Yeah, fair play to you, mate. Yeah, he's there through Hale, and they're all there. Wake Up area as well. I give them a shout out as well. We do every other night. Everyone going for mammograms get cancer. Use castor oil. in if you have a lump. I did. Okay, Laura, thanks very much for that.
No, castor oil. What, Orla? Do you know that lady's name that does the she does the videos on the castor oil? She's an elderly lady. I'll try and find her again.
I didn't even know about that.
Barbara. She's an Australian one. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. So castor oil is
Barbara O'Neill. Is it Barbara O'Neill? I think her name is Barbara O'Neill.
No, I'm not sure. I haven't actually seen that. I haven't seen any of her stuff.
Yeah, the castor oil is supposed to be absolutely fantastic. Just basically,
Barbara O'Neill.
soak cloth in castor oil and actually just leave it on the area and just treat it like that. It's supposed to work. Absolute miracles.
But you see, this is what I mean. Like, this is like, a mammogram is a bit like a torture equipment. So, like, it could actually do damage to the breast tissue. So, I mean, even if you didn't have any abnormalities, what if it did damage and down the line it did cause an issue? You know what I mean?
Well, biopsies are the worst thing ever invented, because when you cut into cancers, they spread. It's as simple as that, and that's what a biopsy is. It's actually cutting into the fucking affected area, and 9 times out of 10 that fucking cancer just fucking spreads like fucking wildfire. I was talking to a skin doctor. I don't know what the actual epidemiologist or whatever they're called. And I was asking, I said, look, I've this little mole here and I have this little growth and I have this kind of thing. And do you know his answer for everything was? He was just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. That was his answer. Leave it alone. Yeah. He said, you'll know when it becomes a problem, and until it becomes a problem, just leave it alone. So
someone's saying dermatologist.
Neil is right. Dermatologist. Yeah, that's more to do with the skin. But there's an what did you say? Yeah, there's
epidermatologist.
Yeah. There's them as well. Actually, I forgot. Just when we're just talking about different things, if you can see this, Paul, see that one there. That's to do with cancer treatment and ivermectin. Again, William Mack has shown great results in relation to ivermectin that they tried to ban.
We still can't get it in Ireland.
Let me see.
So we're not saying, like as he says himself, it is trials, but it's shown very promising results.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that, Orla.
It's above the D4 video. See the D4 video? It's above it.
See the D4 video.
It's under the Irish Column Facebook page.
Yeah, it's a Facebook again. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just share this then. And I'll read this out and then we'll move on. I want to talk about that kid that was stabbed. So let me just share this and then we'll move on. Okay. Yeah. And I'll read it from here. A new article, ivermectin and fenbendazole testimonial, 65-year-old man, USA patient with stage 3 breast cancer, 5.7 centimeter tumor and lymph nodes reported after 7 months. Dr. William Mack's story. A 65-year-old, is it man, USA patient, stage 3 breast cancer. No, it's a woman. 5.7 lymph nodes. In mid-November 2024, she started standard doses of ivermectin, fenbendazole. Results after 6 months, breast tumor shrunk from 5.7 to 2.3. So it's 80% shrinkage of tumor volume within 6 months. Everyone always asks me about my success rates, so let's address it. 90% of my patients come to me at late stage 4, and most of them, their oncologist already gave up on saving them. So for the patients who came to me, the success rate of their oncologist is 0%. That's right, 0%. We see a response rate of 75 to 80%. Wow. That means that some benefit is seen in 75 to 80% of these patients. It's not always tumor shrinkage. Sometimes we stop tumor growth or just slow it down. Sometimes it's dramatic clinical improvement, less pain, better energy, better mobility. But I can tell you it's a whole lot better than 0%. So please come to me earlier than late stage 4 when the oncologist is giving up on you. Article link in the photo of Shalamat. Yeah. Okay, so he has a 75 to 80% success rate, and the oncologist has a 0%. You know what I mean? They're sending you home to die. That's what they're doing, you know?
And remember, fenbendazole and ivermectin are anti-parasitic drugs. So I find that very interesting.
Yeah, so do I. Okay, I'm just going to go with this one here now. I'm going to move on. Okay. Now, I reported on this on Tuesday when this happened. Okay. A Ukrainian boy, 17, suffered more than 100 stab wounds during the attack as teen is arrested on suspicion of murder. Okay, how could it be suspicion of murder? He's 100. Now, what I'm going to tell you, people, is about this. Okay, I'll stop sharing it. And I was actually down there on Tuesday. I done a report from there Tuesday, and it got, Jesus, we got nearly 200,000 views on it. So fair play to everyone who liked and shared it, and they seen the truth. But I have been told that that young man had his eyes gouged out. His eyes were taken out of his head. That's how much of a frenzied attack this was. Now, I'm going to be honest, people. Does this have to happen to one of your kids before you wake up to this? You know what I mean? Do we have to wait until it's Paul Fitzsimons' child or Martin Murphy's child or John Murray's child, you know what I mean, before people wake up to this shit? These people are living in your area. We don't know who these people are. Nobody knows who they are. They're saying they're 17 years of age, but I can guarantee you they have a big baldy ass head and whatever else. These people are not 17. That young fella probably was 17. Okay, well and good. But why would you put a Ukrainian boy 3 days in the country with 4 Somalian refugees? Why would you do that? That place was also, they put in for to change the what was it? The protect, not the protection order, to change it into a dwelling from an apartment into a dwelling for Tusla. And it was torn down in October 2024. Yeah, here we are a year later, and there's 4 guys in it, with another guy in there has been brutally stabbed to death. As I said, his eyes were taken out. I got that from first-hand information from somebody who actually saw it. Okay? They said that room was like a bloodbath. The girl came down covered in blood.
Is it definitely a Somalian? Like, have we accurate information on that done it?
Yeah, well, I have the information. Yeah, I've been told. I was told by eyewitnesses. I was there. People told me, and I ran with the truth. I wasn't going to go. Listen, people need to know what's going on here. There's also another iPass centre down the back of Grattan Lodge. A house has been taken over by them as well. These are everywhere around the country. And as I said, people, what's it going to take for you to stand up and notice what's going on? You can't be this blind, like, you know what I mean? Nobody in that estate knew what was going on. They knew there was 4 guys in the apartment, but they said there was also that apart from the 4 that was there, every night there was about 10 there, and they were partying and having the crack and doing whatever. And then I was told that the guy who did it got bashed the night before for something about drugs in the area. He was battered and he came back to the house, and the next morning then all this happened. And the media are trying to tell you that this is about food, that there was an argument in the kitchen. It's bullshit. This was probably about drugs, more than likely about drugs. I'm being honest with you. Who gouges out somebody's eyes because their toast isn't done properly? Come on. You know, that just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So people, please wake up to this. These are in every estate in this country, up and down the country. They're buying houses now and they're putting these people into it. And make no mistake, people, you can dress this up as whatever way you want, as a Tusla youth hub. This is a iPass centre for juvenile refugees. That's all this is. It's the same thing. It's the same. You know what I mean? It's an iPass centre. They cannot be in your areas while they're trying to keep us dumbed down with the iPass centres, and we're fighting against these big iPass centres. They're putting them into these areas. So please, people, wake up and smell the coffee here. You know what I mean? This has to stop. You know, it really does have to stop.
And invest in your defensive measures, stab vests, neck protectors, anti-cut sleeves, large torches, anything that you think you need to defend yourself when you're out and about, or even in your own home. Everybody needs to start thinking about this. How if one of these people come into my house, what do I have at hand to defend myself with? You know, if I'm out going for it's a terrible thing to say, but women should literally have anti-stab vests and neck protectors on when they're out running. If you decide to go on your own, this is the world that the government has created for us. And if you can get your hands on pepper spray, get your hands on pepper spray. If I can find a way to get it into the country, I'm telling you, I'll be giving it to people.
Yeah. I'll be giving it too. We might sell it with the merch now when I get the merch sorted here for this. I have a couple of Irish column hats coming, so you'll see us now next week or the week after with an old Irish column hat. People keep sharing this out there, please. We're at 1,000 there already.
Right.
You can get us on FitzyDub on X, at Anthony L. Casey, at Rugamorph27, and Ireland Force 123 or 23. You can get us at the Irish Column on YouTube and at the Heron, and on Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons. And as always, www.theirishchannel.com/live. If you can buy us a coffee, please do, as we need money to keep this going. As I'm not working at the minute, but hey, listen, that could all change in the next few weeks, please God. So if you could send us in and buy us a coffee and buy our little boomers if
Paul,
you
you
want.
can always sell your body if push comes to shove. You could be a gigolo.
I wouldn't get me bus fare, mate, for Jesus' sake. Could you stop? I'll end up walking bleeding home. I'll end up walking home.
We'll have a quick.
All the Iron ones will be after you, Paul.
We'll have a quick vote in the chat there. Who wants Paul to start an OnlyFans page?
Big up to all the Patriots. Deep heat in the eyes. That's exactly it. You can buy the little bottles of deep heat, bring them with you, and if needs be, put a bleeding match to it and burn them. I'm being honest with you. They need to be stopped, and that's it. End of story. I'm sorry. Deep heat spray. Fair play, yeah. Up all the Patriots. John Flynn, yeah. What have we got? Them all people behind their curtains on recording on their phones. Yeah, that's what they're doing, and nothing else is doing. Someone saying, how do we stop the Garda and government is against us? They are. And we just have to grin and bear it, people. There's nothing we can do at the minute. People power. Yeah, well, that's it.
There's more of us than government. There's more of us than all the guards and all the army combined. We are in charge. We've always been in charge. We just have allowed the government to they all come in for the only event. We've allowed government to trick us into us believing that they're in charge. They're not in charge. Governed by consent, and policed by consent.
Christine, as much as I love watching ball, I'll pass at the
somebody's after saying about a fiver, and he's worth more than that, is he not?
€5. Well, it'll be €5 a picture or a pop. It depends on how much I show, you know what I mean? But hey, listen. Yeah, we'll see. Fuck off.
Oh, you get some fucking weirdos on with a foot fetish. Paul, show me your feet.
Yeah, show me your big toe, Paul, will you? Many young native Irish women gave to drive to work now instead of cycling or walking anymore.
Yeah.
It's now reality versus climate change, global warming. Yeah. People, listen, I've seen women are going past here. They used to jog by here on their own. Now they're in twos and threes all the time.
Yeah.
I see them every night jogging by. You know what I mean? I do, you know. Paul, did you get that one I sent you on WhatsApp, the Digital ID March in London? Let me have a look there, mate. I'll just have a look. I've loads of stuff here. I have a couple from the Git I want to play as well. Who sent it to me? Who was it sent to me? John Flynn. Hang on, John. No,
thank you very much.
One. What was that? You're an amazing people. All my fair play. You're working so hard. Thank you so much for always putting up all in the note. Yeah. I'm not finding this one here. Oh, there we are. Hang on there now. Let me just. Okay, we'll play that one now in a minute. But are we finished there now on that one now? That's I've got me point across on that one. So don't get much for an inch and a half. You don't get much for an inch and a half. Okay. Jesus, obviously. Jesus, if you had mine over your eye to be for a war to be calling you a unicorn, brother. Don't start that shit now. You know what I mean? Agree, individual. Lighter fluid, super soaker, duct tape, long and flexible jet stream lighter, and the length of a string. There you go. Well done. Yeah.
Flamethrower.
It's processed no Spanish chicken. I'm not putting them. No.
What?
Peppers is easily made at home. Just boil up some Scotch bonded chilies. Yeah, okay. It's a great thrill of mine to make acquaintances with people in these Irish national challenges. Thanks. No problem, mate. You're more than welcome. But yeah, okay.
Is Alan Crogan in the comments tonight?
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
Didn't see.
Because actually there was something I meant to share the other night, and we just didn't get a chance, so we'll share it tonight. He has given me permission.
Okay.
Where is it? He said it's here, Paul. To see the way Hunger Strike and Alan Crogan.
Hang on.
It's talking about the ones in the Dáil. I think they're at day
27
27,
today.
day 28.
27 they are today, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they are.
So there's a little bit of information, and then there is some screenshots there with Alan's experience himself.
Okay, what was it there? Where are we?
It's under
Facebook.
See the Facebook. It's under Eva. See?
Eva Longoria.
No. Yeah. The Eva one. Amsterdam.
Yeah. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. Just let me have a look.
Angel, you're either killing a spider or you're after a ghost. It's either one or the other.
No,
anyway, good
that
work.
message is Hunger Strikers with Alan Crowe.
Yeah, and Alan Crowe. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, let me just put this out here.
Now, this is from a couple of days ago, but you said, Paul, it is, I think it's day 27, isn't it?
27, yeah, it is day 27 today. I'm just going to put this up here. I'm just reading this is from Alan, is it?
There's only a small bit of writing, just the gist of what's going on, and then it's the screenshots.
Okay, this day 24, that was the other day. The hunger strike of the 4 industrial school survivors outside the Dáil is getting very little coverage. Miriam, Morris and Mary, who are on hunger strike and sleeping outside the houses of Leinster House seeking redress for the 4,500 survivors of institutional abuse. What they are requesting is small. All they want is a HAA medical card and a contributory pension. Let me just put this one up there. Justice for Ireland's industrial and reform survivors. There's only 1,400 there. People, if you can get on that petition there and sign it for them. Not a word, I'm just going to read this out here now. Not a word mentioned in the mainstream media. Why am I not surprised? In 1940, my mother was born in a mother and baby home in County Wexford. Her mother, my grandmother, unable to care for my mum, left my mum there. At the age of 3.5, my mother was fostered out to a family in Wexford. Then at the age of 8 years, a priest called Father Redmond removed my mother from the foster couple. And my mum recalls asking the priest, where am I going? The priest replied, to a better place. My mother was placed into Ferns, the Magdalen Laundry, at the age of 8 years. And in 1953, at the age of 13, my ma escaped and walked from Wexford to Dublin. I spoke to Mrs. Crowhan and she did tell me that story. When I was canvassing, I knocked into her. And the only people who gave my mother a change of clothes, food, whatever they could to spare were the Tinkers, as they were called back then, and advised my mum to contact a few miles down the road and told her about them and to mention their names, that they'll help her. There were times, because my mother was so hungry, my ma found herself having to break turnips off the road, to pick turnips off the road to eat. No one, the Gardaí, the church, or the Magdalen Laundry was looking for my mother, aged only 13, and I have absolutely no doubt that God was looking after and protecting my mum. My ma worked from the age of 13 years and only had to stop working in January 2020 at the age of 80 due to COVID. She told me all them stories, yeah. Since then, my ma's health deteriorated and she refused to get any of them jobs. Now at 85 years of age, she still makes it her business to get out shopping every day and goes to church every Sunday. My mum is seriously shocked that no one in government are doing anything about these poor ladies' plight, and is also very concerned that the mainstream media are not highlighting these poor women's terrible position they now find themselves in, and the very serious measures they have to resort to. Why hasn't this been brought up in the Dáil? It's simple, because none of the politicians could care less about the Irish natives. My ma is adamant there should be no forgotten Magdalens, as my mum suffered horrific treatment at the hands of the nuns, as did everyone who passed through them. I could tell you horrific damage and harm that was done to those young girls at the time they were. That's from Alan Crogan in the Republic of Ireland. Fair play, Alan. Thanks very much for that. Yeah, but as I said, Mrs. Crowhan told me them stories. She told me them stories. Yeah. Paul,
have the hunger strikers, have they GoFundMe or anything set up?
No, I don't think so. I think people are just dropping off stuff, Paul, isn't it?
You might
they're
just
dropping off stuff. Yeah.
You might just say to them, or say if you're in contact with them, to just maybe set up a GoFundMe and stuff like that. So it could even help with if they were to look at taking a legal challenge or something to that effect. Could help financing that. I'm sure they get plenty of support.
And they're still going. Because I was only looking at Sheila's video yesterday, because I'm sharing it the whole time on TikTok as well, and they are still going.
They
Fair
are
play
still
to them.
going, yeah.
You know,
Cruel-
and these aren't young people. Like, you know, they're in their
cruelty,
60s and 70s.
the cruelty of the state.
Yeah.
They hate
Yeah.
the old, they hate the young and infirm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
they're
just-
only looking for something so simple, a medical card and a pension. Like, they were made work. They've earned it. Slave labour, though.
I'm just looking here for. I did have a video of one of the women talking there. I don't know where it is, but as I said, I have to pull these things down from the what you call it on Twitter. I'm just looking for this. Okay, what I will go. Humphrey's not a politician. I don't know where this is now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm looking as well. I might have deleted it because I think I had a video. I thought of Sheila. So
Did someone send it on to me? No, it doesn't matter. I'll play it in a while.
Who was it on?
Yeah. It was on the lady. It was the lady from Wexford that somebody sent me in a video.
Oh, right. Okay.
Can't seem to find it.
Okay.
Somebody did send it in to me. Okay, so listen, we just move on. Those poor people. But yeah, they're on day 27. And I just want to talk about this. Like, they're adamant that they're staying out and they're adamant that they're doing this. I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen the videos from today and they look sick. They really do look sick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't look well. One woman is in her 60s. The others are late 50s. The three of them are late 50s. And the older woman is in her early 60s. They don't look healthy, people. They really don't. They look as though they could die. And seriously, I think people should sit down and have a chat with them. Now, listen, I think they've made their point now. I think people have know what's going on and everything else. And I think they need to, I don't know, it's just my opinion. I think someone's going to die here. You know what I mean? That's the only way that the media is going to report on this, is if somebody is taken away in an ambulance or someone dies. And that's wrong. Like, I think it's out there now.
The state won't care. The state won't care. The whole lot of them could be dead at the gate to Leinster House, and the state does.
Well, this is why I'm appealing for it. Because I'm being honest with you, the people do not look healthy.
No, they don't.
They're very sick. You know what I mean? They really
I just
do.
sent you on Sheila's video. It was from yesterday. It's only 1 minute 35 seconds.
Okay, I'll pull down that now. Hang on. Yeah. Thanks.
See, Martin, you just can't get the staff these days.
Well,
he's too busy planning his OnlyFans.
There wasn't too much uptake on it now, in fairness.
Ah, poor Paul.
Yeah.
Thanks be to Jesus for that.
Should have kept the beard.
No, definitely not.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Get rid of the beard. Right, I'm going to play this. This is from Sheila yesterday.
Hey everyone, Sheila here. I'm here at the camp, the 27th day of the hunger strikers.
Sorry,
of
sweetheart.
The institutional reformatory institutions. And there's still no joy yet. I mean, here we are in the depths of winter. I know it's mild, but it is cold.
Count coming in over that pond,
That's all.
Paul, there's music coming in over that.
Yeah, I just heard that there now, so I'm going to just go back and play this again, okay?
Everyone, Sheila here. I'm here at the camp, the 27th day of the institutional reformatory institutions, and there's still no joy yet. I mean, here we are in the depths of winter. I know it's mild, but it is cold, and they are elderly, and all the request is a HAA card and a contributory pension. That's all. For they're on hunger strike for 4,400 industrial institutional survivors, remaining survivors. So hopefully that something will give. and I support him. I know I'm from another institution, and but I stand with them solemnly. So we have a petition, and you can come up to the door that they're there. You can sign it and say hello, and they're camped out here before. Morris Patton O'Connell, Miriam Moriarty, Mary Dunleavy Green and Mary Donohoe. So we ask your support, and come and say hello and sign the petition. And whatever other issues they want, it's up to themselves, whatever they suggest. So I leave it there. Sheila.
Thanks
Paul,
to Sheila
I'm
there.
going to
Fair
just
play.
pull up that page, right? And I'm going to send you on the petition, all right? So you can put it up.
Yeah, just send me the link to the petition.
Yeah, I'm going to send you it
No,
here
listen,
now.
Mary just put up there, and I get where you're coming from, Christine. Sorry, Christine Walsh. Paul, it was the same with the hunger strikers in the north. It split the movement when people started saying they should stop. Listen, I'm just an outsider looking in here. They don't look well. They look sick. And I think this government need to sort their shit out now tomorrow or whenever to give these people what they need and get them off the streets, because one of them or two of them or three of them could die here. And I know these people are adamant and they're great people, and I love them to bits, and I really hope they get what they want. But I'm just saying they are starting to look very sick. This government needs to sort this shit out tomorrow. And please, if you can go in and sign the petition, please do. Go in and meet them. Bring them in some water for a cup of tea or whatever like that. You know what I mean? That's all they're doing is drinking water. They're having no food in 29 days, people. Come on, it'll be 30 days tomorrow. This is disgusting. We need to get people out there. We need to get the government in there tomorrow to sort this shit out. We really do, because somebody is going to die.
Yeah,
That's
there's
all I'm saying. I'm not trying to
there's
split anything.
2,726 signatures so far, which is not great. So we need to keep pushing that. And just, if you want to put into comparison, there is over 4,000 people looking for the pension and the medical cards, right? We have taken in 100,000 Ukrainians. And how many thousands of iPads have we taken in? And we cannot look after over 4,000 of our own people who were put through absolute hell in these industrial schools.
Yeah. I've just put that into the comments there, people. Yeah, I've just put that into the comments there. I'm going to put it up there now.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go there. That's it there now. It's in the comments. So anyone can go in there now, change.org. Please do go in. Please do. Night, Paul, Orla, and Barbara, ASAP, Smurf, not a Turkish one. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, take it easy.
Where'd Smurf come from? That's not allowed. That's not allowed.
I visit a barber shop, quick, Smurf. People in Australia have zero comprehension of what the Irish are on the front. The Irish are on the front line of this. We are on the front line of this. Okay.
It is getting cold and that, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cold for the people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really is. So that's that part being put up there now. I'm going to go with, where is he?
Oh, you want to do the gate? And then there's a quick video, one on Meanwhile in England. It's only just over a minute.
Yeah. This is the Git talking about, yeah. He's talking about excess debts as well, but he's talking about, these slagging him off that he's not in work. Why is he not in work, you know? So I'm just going to share this now. And he nails it. Every time he does it, he nails it. He's one of the best around for this. I'm telling you now, he really is.
He is.
Tell me if you have sound.
No work again. It's called having a job. You might want to try it sometime, clown. Imagine wanting to come to another country to make a better life for yourself. Irish people never had to do that, did they? Imagine they want to come to Ireland to work because jackasses like you don't want to. I do work, but I think I just found something that would be better for me, more suited. Tenny, Transgender Equality Network Ireland. We are hiring. Well, let this be my application for both jobs. I hope you consider me for them. Research and Policy Manager. I won't beat around the bush or whatever's down there with my research. I won't hide away from the pressing issues or the truth. Truths like up to 90% of people using gender service may be autistic, audit finds. Of course that's the case. That's the exact type of person, especially children, that the trans cult target. People who don't feel like they fit into society are the easiest to groom. It's a proven winning tactic. Just ask Antifa. And now to the second job, operations officer. Skip all the counselling, all the questions. Is this what you want? Are you feeling okay? Obviously you're not. You're mentally ill. But as operations officer, that won't stop me. There'll be no need to wait. I'll deal with you. And don't worry, I'm good with a bolster and a chisel too, so I'll have you in tip-top condition. And as operations officer, I won't worry about mortality rates, and you shouldn't either. Because, and this ties back in with the research side of things, I'm well aware that the majority of suicides within the trans community are after they have their operation. So why not take the chance? I'll even disinfect the saw. What do you say? How the Irish get today?
Very good.
Oh, wow.
He's very good.
This is the excess deaths one. I want to go with this one, and then we'll. Oh.
Why are fringe, unappealing amateur influencers talking about fringe subjects such as excess deaths? Let's end this nonsense now. According to the CSO data, in 2024 there was 35,173 deaths in Ireland. Compare that to 2019, there was 31,184 deaths. That's an increase of over 12%. The deadly pandemic year of 2020 had 32,856 deaths. Everyone cared about saving granny and public health. But now that there's a huge increase in deaths, nobody cares. What could be causing it? See, along with excess deaths, you've also had an increase in population. In 2019, the population in Ireland was 4.976 million, compared to 2024 when it sat around 5.38 million. That's an increase of 7.8%. But wait a minute, that doesn't account for the excess deaths. And the average age of non-Irish citizens in Ireland is 36 years old. The age group with the lowest proportion of migrants was 65 years and over at just 3%. Which would mean if the increase in population had anything got to do with the excess deaths, well then we have a disaster of young migrants dying in excess in Ireland. Where are the human rights groups and the NGOs? But it's not the case, it's not happening, is it? But if you look around the country and open your eyes, you do see excess deaths, and you see a lot of sudden deaths, especially in the young. And everyone's in fear of talking about it, either because they took part in something that might be causing this, or they don't want to look like a conspiracy theorist, or they want to further their own political agendas. Like Grana Heron here. Plan. Leave behind the fringe and unappealing optics of amateur influencers. Side note, when you have hundreds of fringe, unappealing amateur influencers promoting your protests, this is what happens. And when you don't and they're left behind, this is what happens. Avoid fringe issues. The Irish public overwhelmingly agrees with the same positions on housing, immigration, culture. Focus on these issues and ignore what the public doesn't care about. One of the biggest reasons this country is in the mess it's in is because people not being told about things or aware of things, and the truth being ignored. And the truth is, there's excess deaths, and they're not going to just disappear if you ignore them. And they're hugely affecting the Irish people. So the question is, are you really in this for the Irish people, or are you in it for yourselves?
Who's actually behind Grana
Hold
Heron?
on a second. Grana Heron.
Yeah.
Is that not... Is that not Malachy's party?
Yeah. It is, yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
It is, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Mick doesn't beat around the bush, does he?
No, he doesn't.
I was watching some interactions he was having online. I think a lot of people are after finding out, quite recently, stuff that we might have known about a while back. I'm not going to name any names or anything like that, but I think there's a there's an awakening, so to speak, of who the bad guys are and who the good guys are, and who the people in the middle are. And I think the lines are being, it's not even lines, there's big trenches being dug, and but Look, Mick has always been honest about everything and everyone. So
He's very straight.
Fair play to him, and he calls it out. He calls it out pretty much spot on every single time. So I think he's on the ball.
Well, here's another one. He's got the calling out here now. The virtue signals for Catherine Connolly. This is a good one. I like this one. It's only a minute long.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on. I've been talking about this shithead for months. Daniel Lambert, the chief operating officer at Bohemian Football Club. Have a listen to this, what he says about this fella.
Daniel Lambert, Chief Operating Officer at Bohemians Football Club, manager of Kneecap. Saying nothing I struggle with for Irish celebs, but to do this is utterly pathetic. Breaking, the Ditch can reveal that rugby star Brian O'Driscoll was keynote speaker at an event today in Dublin hosted by Israel-based cybersecurity company Checkpoint Software Technologies. Chief Operating Officer at Bohemians Football Club. Bohemian Football Club's primary sponsors include DHL Express. DHL Express is run by the DHL Group. Who owns the DHL Group? Deutsche Post AG. Deutsche Post AG is owned by a combination of shareholders, with the largest individual owner being the German government. Wait a minute, you mean the German government, the second biggest supplier of weapons to Israel? And that's without even looking at who the other institutional investors and retail investors are. So it looks like having connections to Israeli arm dealers is okay if nobody knows about it, and you virtue signal online about your love for Palestine.
Oh, he's brilliant. He is brilliant. Yeah, he's brilliant. But yeah, that's your man, the Refugees Welcome Brigade in Bohemians. He's the man who started all this. He's Philly McMahon's mate. And the two of them are champions of the community. You know, the usual shite, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Not
he's also the manager.
Not the Irish community. Oh, no.
But he's also the manager of Kneecap. Them gobshites. Jesus, I don't know how anyone even likes them. I'm being honest with you. They're clowns. Clowns. Yeah. Damage control is the main concern. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we'll move on there. Orla, you have, what do you want me to talk about
It
now?
says, meanwhile in England, it's a lady with blonde hair. Just a quick video. She's talking about her local community.
Yeah. Oh, cut your fringe. Yeah, somebody just sent me in this.
What?
Oh, I'm gonna put it up, but anyway, I may as well. Yeah, listen. Don't cut your fringe to spite your face. And
brilliant.
like, you know, don't cut your fringe to spite your face. One is from June and one is from the 1st of the 10th. Yeah. Sorry, it wasn't. It was the 4th of the 10th. So don't cut your fringe to spite your face. Thanks very much for sending that in there, mate. Thank you. But, okay, Orla. Right, what do you want me to talk about now, Orla? We have a half an hour left, I'd say.
Did I not ask you to put up a video?
You didn't put up what video?
The attention span of a gnat.
Where did you ask me to put up a video?
I said the woman with blonde hair.
What are we saying, Orla?
Meanwhile in England. Yes,
What are we saying, Orla? Sorry.
Yeah, what were you saying, Orla? Meanwhile in England.
Listen,
yeah.
We'll be in the green room in a few minutes and you'll know all about it then.
Oh,
I
no.
won't be as
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, I'm going to get given out again. Oh, no.
I'm going to bed early. I'm up for work tomorrow. Yeah, no, I'm going to play this.
I'll give out to you if I want to give out to you, Paul. I'm the boss.
I'm only joking. I'm not.
And I'll probably be Islam taking over, not all of it, but go to Tower Hamlets and try and be a woman with an opinion and anything. You know, there are areas that are purely Islamic now. The rule on the street, the rule of everything, they are pretty much self-governing within a country, and that country allows them. The police are scared of them.
Is Islam compatible with the UK?
I lived in a mainly Islamic area, and we suffered racism. If I walked my dogs, we were called filthy. My kids were, my daughters, not my sons, but my daughters were racially abused, attacked. One of them had a stone brick thrown through her face just for walking down the street, told she's a vanilla face. So these are the things that we have come up against, and there's loads for the country. Right. It is not a compatible ideology.
What do you think is the UK's problem with Islam?
Welcome to live here, as everybody has. We have loads of people. They've assimilated, they get on, there's no beef. The only beef in the world, mainly, is Islam. Everywhere it goes, everything it touches.
Fact.
That is a fact. That is a fact. I'm just going to play this one as well. Just going to play this here.
The 26-year-old man who carried out the knife attack in Germany yesterday, where he deliberately cut people's throats, killing 3 and hospitalising 8 others, is from Syria seeking asylum in Germany. He was arrested yesterday evening at the asylum seekers accommodation he was being housed at the German taxpayers' expense, obviously. Is it any wonder that people across Europe are getting angry and expressing that anger? Jamie Michael, a British ex-Royal Marine, expressed his anger.
Yeah, so there you go. 26-year-old migrant who was seeking, he went around and cut people's throats yesterday in Germany. Now,
and did you see the, I didn't send it over, the German Christmas market has been cancelled.
No way.
Why?
Yeah, I swear to God, yeah.
Ah, for fuck. So they're just giving in.
They've given in. They've given in. Yeah, hold on a second now. I only put it up on my Facebook page. Hold on. I have to keep fecking monitoring my page. It's a pain in the hole because they take away my share button. I'll probably be in jail soon anyway, so it'll be all right. Yeah, there it is. There, look.
Your share button on Facebook is gone, is it?
Oh yeah, they on certain posts they'll take away the share button, so I have to go in and try and edit it to try and bring back the share button.
Wow.
And then they normally take it off. If it's calling out the government, they'll take it away.
I know. I've seen that.
I'm obviously being a very bold girl.
Yeah, I've seen that on a lot of
yeah.
accounts recently. Is everybody
That's
finding
sure.
their interactions down?
Now see there, look.
Yeah, fuck's sake. Safety costs too high for comfort.
Yeah, safety costs too high. Yeah. And then remember, and then it also said next Ireland, where the word Christmas is now slowly but surely been erased from our culture, along with everything else Irish. Remember, they started changing the Christmas lights to the winter lights.
Well, I'll tell you, we'll just start doing our own Christmas markets, and it's something that came up in conversation today. So it's if they, you know what, the cities want to go all woke and have their winter festivals, we'll start putting on our own Christmas festivals with the big crib and all the stuff that goes with it. We'll do it ourselves.
Yeah. Because this was one they actually took down my share button on. Paul, I've just sent it on to you there. Yeah, they're feckers, absolute feckers. And it happens several times throughout the day. Yeah, there's Catherine Connolly. Look, you can see there. Lon, if I can show.
Night Ferg.
Night Ferg, take care, mate.
See there, share button's gone. See?
Yeah.
They take us off stuff. And that's on Catherine Connolly, where I called her out over the rape thing. And they took away the share button.
Martin, you have to go looking for people's posts. It's the same, because Suzanne Delaney sent me a message the other night. She sent a message up on Twitter to see who was seeing her things. I have to go looking for her stuff. I have to go looking for Gavin Pepper stuff. Anybody who's in the nationalist movement,
I haven't
you
seen
have
Gavin's
to go
stuff.
looking. You have to go on.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen Gavin's stuff in ages. But even
you
my
have
own
to go
activist,
looking on their profile. On their profile, it's the same.
But nothing is getting out there though. Posts, retweets, and stuff like that. And like you'd normally get a few hundred likes and shares and stuff like that, and it's down in the 10s and the 20s. Like
it's way down. Yeah, it's way down.
Yeah.
But as I said, I actually put a thing on TikTok the other day, and I got 160,000, I think it was. But here, this is what Orla put in there. How many times are Deliveroo drivers being caught with drugs? Are these drivers ever vetted? This is from the 18th of October. Another Brazilian criminal in Ireland using Deliveroo to deal drugs. Sandro Costo was charged with possessing cocaine, ketamine, MDMA, amphetamine, and LSD. Deliveroo needs to be audited for hiring criminals abusing the Irish visa system. She alleged that in addition to having $4,500 worth of drugs, he had 1,695 in cash and tried to flee from Gardaí. Deliveroo drivers, these are the ones. If you go to any of these iPass centres, there's electric bikes all down in the sheds or in the wherever, all charging for these Deliveroo drivers.
Yeah.
Stop using food delivery services. Stop using foreign takeaways. I'm sick of saying it. Boycott, boycott, boycott.
Yeah. And how many of them were trying to force their way into women's houses?
Well, you don't know, Blessington says no. Since last Friday, loads of posts are removed from Facebook with no explanation. Post not recommended and move down pages if they say anything about presidential candidates or against the government. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. We need to shut Google Ireland.
Up under, you know where I write Sunday show, Paul? I have 2 screenshots just when you spoke about Suzanne Delaney. She made some good points.
Did you send them on to me there?
Yeah, it's up under the Sunday show. Do you know where the list is? Do a live, Craig Martin. You could be Joseph. Paul is the baby Jesus.
No.
And Orlando was Mother Mary. Baby Jesus. I could be baby Jesus. Yeah, I have a bit of an angelic face, all right.
Yeah, you do, all right, yeah.
Like I can't.
You could be Joseph. You could be Joseph Beard.
No.
Who's going to be the donkey?
I was just going to say I'll be the donkey. No problem.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll be the back end of the donkey. How's that?
Yeah. People need to stop using these services. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Paul can't go. He'll be doing his hair. Yeah. Okay. Boycott Facebook is shit anyway. Stop using social media. It's a course. Yeah. You do what you're delivering drugs. It's not new. Yeah. Okay. There you go. This is from Suzanne Delaney from the other day. Ask yourself, were they even teens at all, or were they grown men? This is from the thing the other day. Initial reports from people in the area say they were grown men. See comments. I did a very long and in-depth video on this issue after a teacher contacted me in Ireland to say that Afghan adult males were posing in his class as 15-year-olds, sitting alongside young girls, full on beards and everything, some possibly as old as 30. What's scary is that the schools, government, and Tusla know. We'll also post a link in the comments. Okay. Yeah.
Just while we're talking about Suzanne, just shout out Mishera. The Mishera 2 is on Saturday week, so 2 weeks time.
The second, isn't it? The second.
First, Saturday the 1st.
Saturday the
1st of November.
Okay.
Yeah. So just shout out there because that's going to be great speakers.
Well, like that just when you're saying there, like that is actually very scary. Like I have a teenage daughter, okay, so she's fine because she's in an all-girls school, right? But imagine being in a mixed school. Like she could literally be sitting beside a 30-year-old man. Like this is actually very, very scary.
Yeah.
Like parents need to be woke up. Now I featured that. I featured Suzanne's story on my Facebook page, like, you know, but like how many parents are even thinking about this?
What are you going to do, Orla, when some 30-year-old fucking Irishman in a dress that identifies as a 15-year-old ends up in your fucking daughter's school? Because that's where we're fucking heading.
Oh Jesus, yeah, I didn't think of that actually. Oh well, we've already had to deal with the foreys in the school.
Alan just put in there, Paul, it'd be better as one of the 3 wise men. Yeah.
Paul Wise?
And you the Virgin Mary, Orla. Lol.
Too late for that now.
It's that angelic face paying a $5 for Orla. Yeah.
Paul's angelic face.
It's coming. Christmas will be cancelled if we don't stop it. It's planned. Yes, I agree. Yeah.
But we'll do it ourselves. This is what I'm saying to you. We have the power. We will do it ourselves. There's even just the amount of people watching the show here, you could actually have a huge Christmas market. You know, we'll organize something in the Midlands. We will invite people who are making Irish products in the country to come set up stalls. We'll do stuff and things, and it'll just be brilliant. We have to. We need to start doing our own stuff. Forget about the cities and their winter lights and their whatever nonsense they want to call it. We will have our own Christmas festival.
Joan Flynn is just asking me there to play a video that she sent me in. I have it here, Joan. It's about digital ID. Digital ID will not succeed. I'm going to play it now, Joan, and let you go to bed. Okay?
State to micromanage every aspect of your life. So basically, they'll use the excuse of, oh, it's for national security, oh, it's to stop mass migration and all of this. But really, it's all about control, because at the end of the day, criminal-minded people don't respect laws, right? That's what makes them criminals. Laws don't work on people who don't follow laws. There's no point.
And it won't be long with the way that our technology's going before it is a chip on your hands. This is absolutely the beginning of the mark of the beast. And the Equality Act, they're breaking that because they're discriminating against mine and many others' religion, forcing us to have something that's absolutely against our religion. I'll just tell you this, I'd rather live in a tent and eat from a dumpster than get this. It's never going to happen. I'm not doing it. All these people aren't doing it. Good luck.
States.
See the videos over in China, like where they're sleeping on the streets because
yes, it's
social credit score.
Horrendous. It's horrendous. Well, there you go, Joan. I played that for you. Fair play to you. Thanks very much, because it's a good video. Fair play. But we've had a few come in there. Problem, solution. David Icke was at the front of that. He's been speaking about digital ID for years. Yes, I follow David Icke all the time. I think, listen, people were saying he was mental and everything else. So, yeah, I didn't think he was. And I just want to play this one here because, let me just see. Is it Elon Musk? Islam? No. Yeah, this is the one. I love this video. Love this video. And let me just make it bigger. Okay, this is conspiracy theorists. I know, people like me. Yeah. This is a good one,
but some of these conspiracy theories have turned out to be true.
Which ones? The Trump-Russia witch hunt, Jeffrey Epstein, JFK assassination, the misuse of the Patriot Act, the Iraq War, the weapons of mass destruction, the war in Ukraine, the bombing of the Nord Stream pipeline, the open border migration caravans, the climate change scam, chemtrails, and HARP, and 9/11 being an inside job, and the Internet of Things surveillance grid, and PFAs, and chemicals in the water turning everyone gay, and the 2020 election being stolen, and January 6th being filled with undercover feds, and Bilderberg and Bohemian Grove, and global government, not to mention gain-of-function research and the threat of China, and collapsing birth rates, and defund the police, and George Soros, and mail-in ballots, and big tech censorship, and disinformation agencies, and Obama's birth certificate, and probably some others I can't think of. I mean, so a few of them. I guess a couple of them have been true.
Some of these...
What's that about Obama's birth certificate?
Obama hasn't
Obama's
done
African.
it. He's
not American.
He's African. Yeah, he's not American. Yeah. And his wife has a big schlong.
Why is he? I'd be more worried about his marriage certificate to Big Mike.
Big Mike. Yeah, Big Mike. Yeah.
Before we finish up, it's only 53 seconds. You want to play Eva? She's very good.
Eva, I have her here. I think, have I? Eva. Yes, I played it. She's beautiful. She's a lovely girl.
She is.
And she knows her shit.
Incidental, but it's absolutely 100% structural. We are learning about these types of cases, robberies, assault, sexual assault, rapes, murders, every single day. It's hard to keep up with because even we don't hear the majority of them. We have to go on X, we have to search for them because they try to cover it up. But the reality is, like you said, Miklos, the result of mass immigration is cultural decay, impoverishment, and insecurity. I cannot think of one single positive aspect as a result of mass immigration. Zero. None. There is none. We are about to lose our countries. Before the end of this first half of the century, if nothing changes in my home country, we will become a minority. A minority. That is over. In the
Unfortunately, she is right.
She
is right.
Play my spoil the vote one.
Oh,
before we finish up.
Well,
I have to get it out
where
there.
is that? Oh, did you? I didn't send that to myself, did I? No, I didn't. I'll send it to myself now, but Anyone heard of it? Okay, I have another spoil the vote sent in to me there as well. I play that as well.
Did we ever play the one with the two donkeys? That's very good.
Everyone's saying that. That's...
Oh yeah, but that is very funny.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Murphy one.
The Murphy one.
How did that gobshite get on the telly?
Yeah. I'll go with this. Yeah. You're a poet and you don't even know it. That's the funny part.
I like that. Don't choose orange. Don't choose red. Don't choose Jimbo. Spoil your vote instead.
Yeah, good man, Martin. Get up there.
Short, sweet, and to the point. Like myself.
Very true.
And I have another one here that I'm going to play as well to spoil your vote, because I know a lot of people are saying not to, but hey, listen. It's the lesser of the two evils, I think.
Irish ways and Irish laws, villages of Irish blood, waking to the morn.
Spoil your vote, people. Do. Please do. Yeah. Yes, someone's just sent this in to me, and I seen it yesterday. Okay. Have you seen this, anyone? The dog, the robot dog at the iPass Centre.
Oh, fuck yeah, I saw that.
No.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
Hang on, wait to see this. This is at an iPass Centre in the UK. There's an iPass fella standing there, security guard, and they have this bleeding dog. Look. What's
that thing there?
What is that thing?
Jesus Christ, what is that?
What is that?
Yeah. Is that really necessary?
I mean, what is it?
Yeah.
Well, what is it?
Is that some kind of security?
We don't talk about our security protocols.
Yeah, we don't talk about our security protocols. Fair play to them. Yeah.
World taken over by robots now. Wonderful. When's the aliens coming? My bags are ready.
That's actually on the cards.
Yeah, of course.
Even though I highly doubt they'll come here.
That's on the
cards. Take one look at the place and go, I hear. Good luck.
This was yesterday. This was yesterday in Dublin. Okay, this is yesterday in Dublin. All right. This one sounds French. She looks as though she just got off a bus and she's roaring and shouting at people in Dublin. Thanks to Paul Nolan for this. Fair play to you, Paul.
Okay.
Madame, monsieur, c'est bien qu'il y a un problème, ce qu'on est en train de dénoncer, ça s'appelle encore du pouvoir. Quand on apprend les faibles comme moi, celles comme moi, d'accord? Voilà. Parce qu'on a dit que c'était une petite femme seule, qu'on pouvait abuser d'elle comme on veut. Ils ouvrent la porte, ils rentrent, avec des clés, ils ouvrent. Oh, le groupe de personnes de collecte, correct me. Please never correct me. Please never correct me. Take all my money, stand all my money, okay? And not to sabotage me. All time, anytime, anywhere. I don't go live.
You okay? You need some help?
Je viens de vous parler, je peux plus parler là, je suis débrouillée en anglais, je peux plus rien, je vous dis que je suis sabotée. Même m'exprimer correctement,
This is the crazies we have around the city, lads. Fucking lunatics, man.
That's the crazies we have. He's right. He is right.
So she's going from French to English.
Yeah.
And she's looking for money.
Yeah, I just want to play this as well. This is also from Paul Nolan. This was yesterday in Dublin, down the docks. Okay. I don't know whether you have seen it or not, but there you go.
Beautiful Dublin City, Docklands. what do we have here? A naval NATO warship. Why do we have NATO soldiers docking up on the River Liffey in Dublin in Ireland? Is there something we don't know about? Is there something happening? Are we signed up to something here? What's going on? Why do we have a warship in the fucking docklands? There's the NATO symbol up there. Ireland, we are at war and we don't even know it. We're at war and we don't even know it.
Well, there you have it, people. A NATO warship sitting down the docks. Yeah. We are not in NATO, for fuck's sake. Exactly. We are not a member of NATO. Ireland is still under Brit rule. What's going on? A NATO warship. And if you remember rightly, one of the lads in Cork called this out last year as well. There was a Canadian warship down there, a NATO warship as well. Do you remember? So they're coming in here. I don't know what they're doing coming in here, stocking up on whatever. So I don't know. Sean Mack works for the Garda. How many times do I have to say it? This is 10 now. Sean Mack, is he in the comments there? I don't know.
Somebody just mentioned there about, are we taking in French migrants as well? 60% of all speakers in Africa speak French, including the Congo, Cameroon, Madagascar. Yeah, they're the main countries. They speak French. So more than likely, they're still from Africa.
We will be bullied into NATO. Okay, I have this here. 3 minutes long. Will I get it in? No, I won't.
No, you won't.
26. No, I'm not going to get it in.
So just play it. We'll play it on Wednesday night.
We'll play it on Wednesday night. Yeah, exactly.
The national anthem.
You're right. Alan Sean Mack is a Garda. I remember. I don't know who he is, to be honest with you. Those NATO ships are always in airport, bringing back Irish equipment and bringing off equipment. Yeah, that could be it as well. I don't know.
I just checked it there. So it's primary purpose. This is a routine courtesy port call for crew restoration and resupply following the ship's participation in NATO's multinational Formidable Shield 2025 exercise. So it's a Belgian Navy frigate, the BNS Louise Marie F931. A live fire integrated air and missile defense drill held offshore on the west coast of Scotland. The exercise involved multiple NATO allies protecting anti-air, anti-surface and anti-submarine warfare tactics in a complex multi-domain environment. Ireland maintains military neutrality but participating in NATO's Partnership for Peace programme, which allows such visits without implying full alliance membership. This is just the beginning of the loss of our neutrality. Similar NATO port calls to Dublin have occurred regularly, 2023 with Dutch and Polish vessels and 2016 with a six-ship mine countermeasures group, often tied to exercises like Giant Warrior or Formidable Shield. These stops are coordinated with the Irish authorities and focus on goodwill rather than operational activities at the port.
Okay, fair play. Thank you for that, Martin. I'm going to drop you down there now. And Martin, 2.5 hours has flew in tonight now, I have to say.
Yeah, it has
we went through an awful lot. Fair play to everyone who contributed and sent in stuff. And thanks to you, Martin. I will drop you down there now and talk to you in 4 minutes.
See you all next time.
Cheers, Martin. Orla, thank you as well, hon. I will drop you down as well, and we'll talk in the green room in 2 minutes.
No problem.
Cheerio. And as I say every night, thanks to everyone who tuned in. Fair play to everyone. Like I say every night, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose, and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless. Thank you.